Yes, everyone. Here we are, another match day for you Spurs fans, taking on Sydney FC this time around. Still in the Oceania region. We have one more game, I believe, left over here. We are going to be playing Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken, still in Australia, but we will be taking on Sydney today, 10:45 a.m. for Dave. Not a shabby time, to be honest. Probably something he's very much not used to, if anything at all. I feel like majority of UK fans are almost never used to a televised game this early in the day. Absolutely crazy to be seeing this. But for the Australian fans, once again, all the Aussie fans, New Zealand fans out there, already seeing Limpy down under in here nice and early. A very reasonable time for you guys. So hopefully you are enjoying it. Hopefully you are able to watch Spurs maybe for first time in a long time, wide awake, instead of maybe, I don't know, just dreams still going through your head, eyes still sort of glued shut from pretty much the regular normalities of wanting to sleep longer than 3-4 hours. So hopefully you guys are doing all right. Hopefully everybody's having a good start to their day. And yeah, Spurs are on in about 10 minutes time here. I guess the only bit of concern really is anybody who might have had some sort of worries about this Mateus Fernandez news might be getting some more, not encouragement, some more worries really on that. Mateus Fernandez not even in the squad, Dave. So I joke to you, what's the point of even doing this season if we're going to have a similar injury crisis to what we did last season? It seems like that's continued here, but I guess we also hope it's really nothing serious. It's not like Fernandez was someone that we were desperate to see play this game anyway. So I guess all we can hope for is that it truly is just a knock and precautionary.
Yeah, well, look,
Yeah.
first of all, good day to everybody. Hopefully you're all keeping well. Come on, you Spurs. It's always a glorious day when Tottenham Hotspur on the box. It doesn't matter whether it's pre-season or not. But, I can't help but feel when you look at a lot of the lineups that we've been watching, it's sort of like, it feels like a bit of a wasted sort of, a couple of games, to be brutally honest with you, because you're not really seeing any of the new signings. You're not really seeing any of the first team stars at all. It's more so just youngsters, which I don't mind to a certain degree. But, half the players that are playing aren't even going to be here heading into the season. It feels like a bit more of a shop window exercise. And you know what? I feel sorry to a certain degree for the people out in New Zealand and Australia. You wait, like in New Zealand, you wait 53 years for Tottenham to come, and all this always youngsters in the middle of
Mhm.
monsoon, in the middle of a monsoon, and then again today, for all the Australians, and some of these people are traveling all the way across country to get to this game and stuff. So I feel a bit sorry for them in that
Yeah.
regard. But look, we'll see how we get on today. No Mateus Fernandez. It's not good. We're already picking up injuries. I think Tonali and Solanke were already training on their own
Dave,
for
I think some people are saying you're a bit quiet. I have you turned up all the way
quite.
as I possibly
Okay,
can.
yeah. Let me log out, log back in, Jacko.
Okay. Dave is way quieter than Jacko. Says Stevie. I have him turned up all the way, Stevie.
Yeah, it's my mic box is
Okay.
not yet.
But I could still hear him. Hopefully, you guys could still hear him for the most part. I agree. I think, if anything, Deserby, I don't know if it's a statement or anything by Deserby to Dave's point about these youngsters being only played. Like, there's maybe something to it that he doesn't either feel ready to play some of these guys that we probably expect to see next season together as much. Like, we haven't seen a whole lot of Kinski. We haven't seen a whole lot of Robertson. We haven't seen too much of guys like Tonali for the most part. It has just been some sort of hodgepodge of youngsters for the most part. So I kind of agree with that, that it has pretty much just only been youngsters. And the only ones that we probably truly believe have any remote chance of maybe sticking around and being part of the squad are probably the likes of maybe Luca Williams Barnett and potentially someone like a Mikey Moore or a Jamie Donnelly, a Ty Hall or a Hardy, but not much more than that, really. Like even Mikey Moore, it seems like a bit of a stretch for him to still be able to stick around for this season. So it's just I agree with that. That maybe, if anything, Deserby is just not comfortable at all of playing some of these youngsters for this game. Doesn't feel or sorry, comfortable playing at all some of these older players. And it's already kind of bad news to be seeing some like Fernandez picking up an injury. I don't know what that has to do with, though. It's bizarre because what have they even been doing to cause such an injury? They've only been doing training. He's played a total of what, 60 minutes, if not anything more than that, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe he's played more than 60 odd minutes. So I am surprised that we're already picking up injuries at this point. It's probably why I don't even want to think that it's that serious for the most part, because I'd be surprised if Fernandez did anything that was that serious for the most part. We have Dave back in. I'm going to add him in while I'm talking here. Going to take some comments here from you guys. DYT saying, saw Chris Callan in the concourse. Hopefully he had a nice photo with him. Hopefully he had a good meet and greet with some people. That's crazy that he made that trip over. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. But going to, how many times has he gone to Australia? It's just insane. What do you think about it? Man's been to Australia more times than people would probably in 3 lifetimes, let alone just one. Crazy. He doesn't even have a bird or anything in Australia that I know about. Maybe it does. Limpy Down Under, great to see Gray starting as our captain again, despite Gallagher and Davis starting. He 100% deserves it, and I hope is named a vice captain at the club. I wouldn't know if I would go as far as vice captain. I would say I do think Gray had a better season than the likes of Sar, Bergval, and some others in the midfield. I'm trying to send this link to myself, but for some reason it's not sending. One of the many annoying things when they can't hear you, Dave. It's just me on screen. That's what I'm saying. Well, it's a little bit. There it is. Finally, it's coming. There we go. Adding them in now. But yeah, I don't know Limpy Down Under. I feel like I wouldn't go as far as vice captain, but I do feel like I gained a lot of respect for Gray in the last season. That being said, he is a guy that I think probably matured and maybe showed more in the last season, in my opinion, than the likes of Bergval for sure. Sar had a very strong start to the season. Then I think was hampered by Thomas Frank, so I wouldn't know how much blame I'd put on him. But at the end of the day, like Archie Gray, I thought had more of a complete campaign than maybe the rest of the midfielders there. So, like I said, wouldn't go as far as vice captain because I think he's a little too young for that. He's still 20, 21. It's insane how young he still is. But yeah, maybe in the future if he's still here for a long, long time. I mean, he's a guy that's probably one of the more experienced 20-year-olds you could ever find as an English midfielder for certain in the Premier League. But it looks like we have Dave back on screen now. Dave, let's see if we can test that microphone.
Adios, good day. Hopefully everyone can hear me now a bit better. Let me, well, you're definitely going to let us know if you can't, which is good because you help us out massively. Archie Gray as captain. Look, for me, in a way, it's good to see Ben Davies stop being given all these token gestures, in terms of, oh, he's 36, let's put on the captain's armband. Oh, he's 42 this year, let's give him the captain's armband. I'm starting to get sick of that. So it's good to see that, maybe it's given to someone else. But I would say it does maybe mean that Zerbi does like Archie Gray, maybe fancies him to not like fancies him, but like in terms of football, in terms of keeping him around the squad and stuff like that. So maybe that's what you could take from that.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna refresh the Spurs play here. Gonna take some more comments. Dark Sun G saying, "Come on, you Spurs! Looks like we were saying saving VDV Danzo Van Hecke for the Chelsea match." That also maybe must be says that this is the third preseason game, but none of them really are that I don't know. They're not serious of opponents for the most part. They do feel very much warm up opponents, training exercise style opponents. So that also might be part of the reason why De Zerbi has, for the most part, been playing the kids. I now hear myself for some reason. Let me. Hello, hello, hello. All right, I don't hear myself anymore. There they are, the Spurs fans in all their glory, getting ready.
Let's bloody go. Oh, the season is nearly back. Go on, these Spurs. Look at all that lovely Spurs merch going on in there.
If we don't play in our first team all season, I might guard against injuries. Says Stevie Fraser. Yeah, that's actually a fair strategy. Yeah. Save them all for the end.
Oh, we brought the trumpet guy.
Some people are saying you're still quiet. I'll turn you up a little bit more.
Good to see Tottenham bringing out the trumpet guy. I wonder, did we bring the drummer?
Shem Tam, hey Jack and Dave, hope you're all doing good today. Spurs play sucks, and this game better not suck as well. It's a reasonable time for you though, Shem. A little 10:45 show, whereas I would say before you definitely had some high reasoning to be saying that this better be a good game. Because what was it? 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m. for your last game? Absolutely brutal.
Shem's just angry he can't have kebabs after this.
Yeah, exactly. It's not kebab time. That is true.
It's not early enough, or it's not late enough. All right, we're on the way.
Alrighty, everybody, we are underway.
Sydney in blue, Tottenham in the black, or in the purple kit. Sorry, the new away kit. I was just who passed that? I was stupid and blind.
I don't know. I don't really think it matters which team is probably better than the other. But to be fair, Auckland FC. I wonder if they're better than Sydney. I don't know much about the A League, but
Well, Auckland, I believe, were missing a lot of players because they had a few at the World Cup.
yeah. And aren't they like historically one of the bigger teams of the A League or something like that? Auckland, unless I'm
I
mistaken.
think it's one of New Zealand's only team in the A League.
Yeah, and I don't think they,
Yeah.
but they're not a weak team in it. I think they've
No,
like won.
they
I
wouldn't
think
be.
they've won the league a couple of times or something.
Sydney are a well-respected team in the A League.
I didn't
as
know
well.
that. See, I hadn't heard of Sydney FC as much as I
I
had
remember
heard of Auckland.
Spurs, I remember Ireland midfielder Liam Miller went out there after his
Yeah.
time at Man United and stuff.
Auckland is a new team for the A League. Excuse me, Eddie. Sorry. The ones I can think of are Adelaide. Always knew about them. Wellington. For some reason, I always felt like I heard of them. And
New Zealand
then
have always had a team in the
Brisbane,
A
I've
League,
heard
don't they?
of. They're just random A League teams I
Oh.
feel like I have heard of. But Sydney for FC, for some reason, no.
Anyway, outside of the A League, the fucking rest of Australian football is the shell of a league.
But back with Hardy. It's one of our center backs.
For some reasons, like you've got provinces over there, and like if they've got really good teams, there's no like promotion for them into the A League or anything like that. It's like a closed shop.
They're just stuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar to the US.
Some of the stuff I watch on YouTube is mad. That's how I know some of this shit.
That's not too dissimilar from the US, to be fair.
3 o'clock in the morning, getting into the depths of the Australian football system.
There you go. Real page turner. Rio to Gallagher, plays it a little outside of
That was
Pell
a
there.
shit pass by Gallagher.
Yeah.
Like he's right in front of him. How can he not hit it straight? What's wrong with him? Is he wearing canoes as boots? Oh, Kishnorbo, he used to be a professional footballer.
Who did he play for?
I'm almost sure he was in the Premier League at one point. He's Australian anyway.
We've just created the Australia Championship as the second tier. Wow, you're ahead of the US in that regard, Limpy. Fair play. That giveaway again, though, from Spurs, and they get away with it, though. Gallagher plays it behind Tell once again. Rio making an overlap and run here. Tia, or Tell does well. Does a nice pull back.
You're a Menton.
Nice play.
By Matisse there. It's much better. Conor Gallagher needs to get his passing boots on because if not, he's going to end up making Matisse Tal pull a hamstring if he keeps stretching for these passes.
Because Norbo is a soccer who played for Leeds.
Leeds, there you go. My knowledge isn't too bad on some of
that was impressive.
Australia's football. Tottenham corner.
Oh, right on top of the goalkeeper there. Solomon, good touch. Has to play backwards to the center back. Ty Hall, nice little 1-2 there. Bergval almost gets dispossessed, but strong enough. Back to Ty Hall. Have to go all the way back to the goalkeeper. Spurs at first tried to hit it right on top of the goalkeeper there, but he punched it away. There wasn't really any second opportunity there for us to find another effort. So we had to go back to the goalkeeper here.
Don't give it to Ben.
Dubravka on the ball. Ben Davis is the center back alongside Hardy today.
He's right there. How many times do you have to look at him, Ben? Fuck me. Honestly, it's embarrassing. He sees him right there and he looks over the other side of the pitch. Move the ball. Kieran Menton.
Be nice to see that guy burn again.
Yeah.
See how he compares to Ben Davis.
Who's the one that's supposed to be linked with Leicester? Is it Byrne or is it Hardy?
Well, Hardy does seem like the more ready.
One of them have been linked with a...
But then again, Leicester is League 2, so maybe that would be more of a burn. Hardy seems physically built more for the Championship or League 1.
Go on, Richie.
Pressure from Richie. Tell here.
Matisse Tell.
Oh, why'd you hit that first time?
He had loads of time. And anyway, if you're going to hit it first time, hit it with a bit of power into the top corner. This one, he just sort of floated. You're right, though. He's got to take a touch. He's loads of time here.
Richie might have been on sides as well by the time he hit it first time.
You just got to bend that with a bit of power and pace to back where it
and
came
then
from.
bang it. Hitting it first time is bizarre. Solomon, though, does well. Jeez, that was wasteful from Tell. And he gives it away there. Pressure there from Gallagher.
Well done, Gallagher.
Scarecrow saying, I'll probably say it's a lot, but Gallagher needs to go. I think he might be a little early on that way. He's not had a great start to the half, but
he's been anonymous in all the preseason games. You go back to the MK Dom ones, the free kick he took. They're still looking for it in the hedge. The other day, done absolutely nothing when he come on. Today's first two passes have been... Matisse Teller's had to overstretch to just to take it, even though he's 5 yards away from him. Oh my God, Richarlison, please. Gallagher moves it on to Kieran Menton. Kieran Menton tries to put it by the young Russian winger, loses possession. Sydney put it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Just knocking it around here, trying to keep possession and lure Spurs in.
yeah.
Oh, Gallagher on the press. Unlucky.
Sydney looked like they're struggling to play out the back more than Auckland were. Auckland, actually, fair play to them. I actually thought on a couple of occasions they did all right playing out.
But anytime we get the ball, we're struggling to break them down.
Yeah. Whereas Sydney have actually, if anything, Sydney maybe are starting to show signs they're not, I don't know, maybe they're not as strong of a team out there, but they're struggling a bit more playing out from the back, or at least with this press.
Moves on to Kieran Menton.
Rio does well.
Oh, brilliant.
He's got to get rid of it.
Brilliant play by Kieran Menton. And of course, he needs to go backwards. Useless.
Hardy. Out wide to...
Out the hall. Bergvall.
Good run there from Luca.
Back to Bergvall. Bergvall. Coming forward with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, unlucky. Gone out for another Tottenham corner kick, this time over on the left-hand side.
Dave did mention shop window. How much of the shop window is Bergvall in? That's the question.
Well, rumours are to believe, he's been unhappy all preseason. He's dying to get out, and Desiree did sort of say, anyone that doesn't want to be here, the door's open, off you go. So I think Spurs are just holding out for a value that they believe is worthy. By the way, can that Lionel fuck off and actually give him room to take the corner kick? He's standing
good cross.
On the spot. What's going on there?
That was a good cross from Tell. It landed right in the middle of the box.
Yeah, it was a really good corner kick.
See how
close the Lionel is standing to him, though, over there in the corner kick spot.
Ben Davis appealing for a penalty. It looked like it could have been, or Ben Davis needed to be stronger. Let's see here.
It's preseason. You're never going to get anything like that.
It is probably a penalty, to be honest. That is a lot of pulling. Yeah, that might be a penalty. It was more the lunge. Like, he sort of lunged after him, like, don't you go anywhere from here now. Like, it's just the whole, like, two-handed grab from behind. It's, I don't know. Knowing the Premier League, they probably wouldn't give it as a pen, but that did look pretty dodgy. I see where Ben Davis is coming from.
Shit delivery. It's got to be a bit more flatter there.
Mm-hmm.
All the way back to the goalkeeper.
K32, is there any news on Madison or Kudos coming back? In the case of Kudos, he's back at the training ground, at the training center. He wasn't ready to go on this trip, so he's just getting back to full fitness. It does sound like he'll be close to ready by the time I think the first game of the season comes. Kudos. Madison, I mean, he's traveled, right?
Yeah, he's traveled.
It's just we don't know his situation as much. There hasn't really been any mention, and Dave has said for the most part it's just been the rolling out of the kids, and maybe Madison falls in that category of just not really being needed to play. Good opportunity here for Barrack Valley. Surges forward. Finds a good pass for Solomon there. Solomon, he needs support, though. Gallagher. Out wide to Hall. Make a run for him, Hall. There you go. For some reason, no movement on this right side, even though we have 3 players over there.
Not a lot of movement at all. Oh, well.
Archie Gray concedes a foul.
We are so blunt and void when we get into the final third. Like we've had a lot of possession, knocking around the back, midfield, out to the wingers. But when it gets to the final third, we have absolutely nothing.
Even the Aussie commentators just said that was a pen. It says let me down, Hunter.
Matisse Tal, move it on. Good ball. Conor Gallagher moving like a truck. Wins
It's a free kick. I'm not really even annoyed by that, Limpy. I'm actually more annoyed by that Matisse Tal opportunity from earlier. That was, again, kind of just it's another example of the wastefulness of this team. In that, imagine being given an opportunity like that in a Premier League game, and you just waste that in that type of manner. If that were a Premier League game and Tal had done that, where he has 3-4 Spurs players he could play it to, he also has time, he can take a touch, he can bring it closer to goal to make the shot even easier on himself. Yeah. And he just snatches at it and hits it first time. I'm just amazed by that, because even in a friendly or a preseason game, it still seemed like such a terrible decision. And to a degree, what Tyler was saying, a bit selfish as well. The fact that he hit that first time, knowing that, like, if you even just took a touch, maybe the picture becomes even easier. All of a sudden, there's just a tap-in available. Like Richarlison, like I said, Richarlison actually looked like if he took a touch, he would have been onside. And Richarlison was basically standing in the net right next to
This is what you get with youngsters, though. Wrong decision-making. Do you know what I mean? That's what that comes down to at the end of the day. Just getting excited when the chance appears rather than showing collection. Solomon.
Gallagher, gotta bury this. Oh my god.
Oh my lord. It is the tamest shot I've ever fucking seen.
We can't
finish.
Oh my god. I wish I could scream, but it's 2 a.m. right now, so I'm gonna have to sort of talk at this tone the whole time, everybody. But we cannot
Someone bring him to Aussie
Holy
Splits
Lord.
and get his fucking hair sheared off. He can't see when he's shooting the ball. That's ridiculous. That connection is shit.
Scarecrow Ron B, right? Get this guy gone. That might actually been, of all the misses we've seen this season or this preseason, that might be even worse than Richarlison's and Solanke's from the first game. That one from Gallagher. That had to go in the back of the net. That's like, to think that they even get easier chances like that in training. What a ball.
Right, Matisse.
Top of the box. Rio, have a hit. Gallagher.
Oh, lucky.
The fact that they get easier chances than that, even in training, to work on.
I mean,
when they do their training exercises, they're shooting it from outside the box with opportunities like that.
It's just an embarrassment. Big up Paddy Higgins, big up K32, good, big up Paul as well. Good to see you as well, my man. And then Eddie says, Chelsea struggled against the worst team in the A-League the other day, but they were using their third squad. Yeah, well, look, to be fair, you know, we are using like a lot of the youngsters and stuff. It's been a lot of mixed match squads, but like the Matisse Tal chance, that fashioned itself, the Gallagher chance, these are opportunities you got to be taking. You know, especially because we don't create an awful lot in the first place. Oh, Matisse Tal burns 2 of them, lays it off. Archie.
Ben does well, Ben.
Spain. Well done.
Got a switch play. Ray, he's got time here. Finds a ball through the middle to Richarlison, and he plays it.
Oh my holy shit, please. I cannot watch players that can't do the basics of football anymore. It's a simple 2-yard pass. It's 2 yards, you blonde-haired fucking buffoon. It's 2 yards. I'm sick of them. I'm absolutely sick of them in the final third. 3-4 years watching this absolute bullshit. Can't make simple passes.
Eddie with the super chat from earlier. Just going to take this after this probably goes out of play. Unless we get another good turnover.
He's such a buffoon. Not you, Eddie. Richie.
Eddie saying Chelsea struggled against the worst team in the A-League the other day, but they were using their third squad. I mean, we also, in a way, are kind of using our third squad, to be fair. I actually think the youngsters have been playing all right for the most part. the ones like Luka Williams-Barnett. I think Hardy's been great. No Mikey Moore tonight, but I think he has been solid. So for the most part, I think we actually haven't been playing too shabby. It is actually the guys that we saw last season that have more or less continued some of the frustrations that we've seen them in this
Please
season.
stop passing it into Richie. Please.
So Tell missed a similar chance that we would have saw him miss in the Premier League. We've seen Richarlison do very Richarlison things this preseason. We've seen Gallagher do very Gallagher things. So that is maybe the worry.
Well done, Lucas. Oh, my fucking God. Right, Jack, let's just end this and go back to bed. Come on. There's no point. You can't even watch two-yard passes by players. It's disgusting. Right, come on, Tottenham. Let's get after it.
Well, we're getting turnovers right in front of the Sydney goal. We're just... Sydney have struggled. I don't even know if Sydney have crossed the halfway line in possession. Spurs have been probably more dominant in this than they have been against Auckland or against even whoever played MK Dons, but it's not like complimenting us by any means. Just maybe Sydney aren't as good, or they're just not having a great game because they have struggled to play out, and Ben Davis is also struggling to play out. Out wide to Rio.
Pick up Scarecrow. Rio. On to Benjamin. Hardy. Benjamin. Gallagher.
Good layoff there by Gallagher.
Kieramentin. Oh my God. Jesus. Oh.
Ledley King all on his own.
Need to wash my eyes out with soap. What's he doing on his own? I'll come and join you, Ledley. Invite me. Play him. Solomon went and then stopped. What the fuck are we doing?
Bergwell, lovely touch. Plays it.
Plays it back off to
Solomon. Could have played Gallagher there, I thought.
Could have put it in the box either. Why do we have to keep going backwards with it?
Ben Davis is struggling here on the ball. Luka Williams-Barnett tries to play to Richarlison. That was not the right pass to play, though.
No, it wasn't. But, like, at least try and get a hold of it. I don't even know what he's trying to do.
It went under his foot, it looked like. The fact that it didn't touch his foot is pretty amazing. Good interception from Hardy there. Gallagher plays it backwards again. Does he need to play backwards there?
With players running forward after taking it off him, and Gallagher goes, do you know what? Everyone get out my way. Backwards. Backwards. Oh, my God. Rhino, I don't know what you see in this guy, honestly. Stop kissing him. It's a joke. It's embarrassing. Steve D, good to see you, my man. All right, boys. And so it begins again. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah,
back
it begins
again.
Going forward. Lack of end product, lack of craft, lack of finishing, lack of passing. Begins again, Stevie. I know. But honestly, when we get a first team out there, we'll look a hell of a lot better. But we do need to get in these 4-player signings. I can't keep watching this lack of crap or going forward. Tottenham free kick. Kevin Tistel putting a wand of delivery here. Get someone on the end of it. Good to see you, though, Stevie D. Good to see you. Matisse.
Sort of floats it in. Strange. You would think you would go for a curler. I don't really know. Richarlison, I don't really expect him to do much with that, other than, I guess, hit it back into the danger area. But that was a strange free kick.
I'm trying to remain patient this preseason, but the longer it goes on, the longer it's starting to make me angry and just remember why I needed a holiday in the fucking first place. Or Sydney with a bit of possession here. Spurs just sitting everyone behind the ball here, waiting for them to try and penetrate them. He's gone. Long ball over the top of Kieran Menton's head. It's way over the top, and it's gone out for a Tottenham goal kick.
This Sydney team have offered nothing in comparison to the two other sides.
The thing is, they're just as good as us going forward, though. That's the embarrassing thing.
Yeah, I guess. Well, probably they're better. If you think you would give, I mean, you would think majority professional teams, you give the chances that we've had. You would think they put away at least one of them.
Yeah, well,
I understand what Scarecrow is saying. He's saying I'm already starting to count down the seconds. You know, it's been going on forever. To be fair, we should be, to no credit to ourselves, I think it's more just Sydney being bad, but we should be 2-0 up legitimately. It's annoying because I really do wish we could just move on from this topic, but each game has been more and more concerning. With the lack of clinical edge. We're seeing Tell, a guy who, including myself, showed praise for. I am amazed that didn't go in the back of the net. And then Conor Gallagher's somehow was worse because I thought I don't know if Tell's could really be that much worse.
Gallagher is the easy one. The amount of space and time he has.
Gallagher is just like, you just expect that for a Premier League player, no matter what position. That could have been Danzo there. I'd expect that to go in the back of the net.
If it was actually Danzo striking, I'd probably actually excuse it, to be honest.
It would still be even, like, you would still think, like, come on, man, the amount of time you got there.
Well, it's just a Premier League midfielder or even a forward player. You expect to be running onto them chances and just stroking that ball towards goals. You know what I mean?
And he hit it like a 5-year-old.
Exactly, hit it like a 5-year-old. But, like, the thing is, I'm just sick of being bored going forward. I'm sick of the same old talking points. Just go out and address the issue now. It's been long enough. Go out and address the issue. I'm sick of it. Like, building up from the back into the midfield, it's great. We can do that. It's pretty to watch. It's gorgeous. But when we get into the final third, honestly, you may as well be fucking dating Miss Trunchbull at that point. It's ridiculous. Matisse.
Well done, Tell.
Burns
Good
him.
move.
Right, use Gallagher.
Gallagher. Plays Tell. He's got one man in the box. Finds none of them.
That one's gone out for a goal kick, believe it or not. Oh my
Team McWilliam, we have two starters on the pitch and you're expecting a well-oiled machine. I don't think we said that at all, to be honest. I think we're expecting a professional Premier League player, midfielder, Conor Gallagher, someone who's worth £50 million, with no opponent within, 5 yards of him? 6 yards of him? At the top of the center circle, like, what was it, a few yards away from the penalty spot? You would think that he'd be able to put that away 10 times out of 10, and he hit it like a 5-year-old. And then we saw Tell probably do one of the most selfish things I've ever seen a player do in a position like that, and then still miss it. We're about seeing Gray, another guy who did start a lot of games for us, potentially give away a goal there.
Dave tested the
So I don't know, Team McWilliam.
I
don't think, at least me, myself, it's, 3 a.m. in the morning.
I think it's more aimed at me,
part.
to be fair, Jack. I've pretty much made my displeasure known. I think it's more aimed at me than you, to be fair. You are a bit more sort of, I would say, understanding and forgiving, to be fair. Do you know what it is, though, my man? It's every game. Matisse Tell is a starter in this Tottenham team. Richarlison starts games in this Tottenham team.
Richarlison does.
Gallagher starts in this Tottenham team. And like, we could sit here and go, do you know what? Lack of end product. It's only pre-season. Bayern Munich didn't say that when they put 7 or 8 by us in a pre-season and stuff like that. I'm sick of the excuses. At the end of the day, they're just not good enough. You can't put down a crap shot down to the it's just pre-season. You've seen it happen for the last 2-3 years with some of these players.
We finished 17th.
I've just had my full of it now. It's becoming boring. It hurts watching this. When we had Son, Kane, my whole lifetime we had Lennon, Bales, fucking Berbatov, Keane. Now I'm sitting here watching Richarlison. Please, what have I done? I'm just bored of it at this point, and I just probably have zero tolerance and lack of patience for it, the worse it's getting. But I do understand. I do understand your point to a certain degree. Team McWilliam.
Don Pappas, give me a shirt, boys.
Couldn't honestly, you wouldn't do much worse right now pulling 11 people out of the stands.
Bushranger, pick up lad. Spurs in the neck.
Here we go. Oh
Oh,
my Lord Jesus Christ! It's flashed by 3 of them. How? Ben Davies, I think. Who was it? Archie Gray. I think Richarlison might have been close as well. Better delivery this time, though, by Matisse Tanner. Much better delivery.
I do wonder if Archie Gray is getting a lot of love, though, from the Australians because he has a very Australian haircut at the moment.
Well, it's done intentionally, isn't it? He said he was going for the Australian vibe and stuff like that.
Just letting you guys know that, there could be, he might be playing to your heartstrings there.
How have we not got a connection on that?
Ben Davis asking for another penalty. I'm not sure if it was that time, though.
Someone also needs to tell him it's preseason in Australia. If you think the referee's going to blow for a penalty for stuff like that, honestly, get up, stop,
retire,
make a connection. But this is the thing: he's too worried about going down, turning around, screaming for the referee for a penalty, rather than actually just concentrate on getting a connection on the ball.
First one,
going down.
I did. Second one didn't look like much of a shout for it. First one, 100% was. Bush Ranger saying, "Big up, lads. Spurs are in my neck of the woods finally. Love it. We are shy, nice. By the way. Big up, Bush."
Did you get down, Bush? Did you get down to see anything going on? Open training or anything like that? Dubravka. By the way, he's had he had that save to make and the one at the end of MK Dons. If you look at him for 36, 37 years of age, he is more mobile than what Fraser Forrester was when 100%. He got caught out that time.
100%. He doesn't strike you as a 37-year-old as much as Fraser Forster did. Fraser Forster was every bit of 37 years old, if not more. You're starting to wonder maybe if you meant 57 with the way he was playing. I agree with that. That's a good point. Ben Davis with a shit ball to Hardy. Forced him to have to bobble that up, give it away. I'm just going to refill my water.
Off you go. Enjoy. Number 11. It is, It's central. It's a good area for him to try and hit the target here and put this in the back of the net. Just try and get it on target. At least ask the question of the goalkeeper here. It's going to be a right-footed free kick. Could be interested to see whether he's going for the right-hand side or left-hand side of the goal here. Matisse.
Oh, what a banger!
Boom! 1-0 to the good.
Oh, I wish it wasn't so early in the morning, but unfortunately,
I'm
going to have to keep it at that. What a banger from Tell.
What a free kick from Matisse. Unbelievable. Look at that. Top right corner. Bosh. That is an unbelievable effort.
That's the quality that we're talking about right there. That's what we need to be seeing.
Right down the center of the goal. What a strike. The way, the bend on that, the whip on it, the accuracy, the pace. Good power. It's a brilliant strike from Matisse Tal. I was worth getting up for alone, Jacko.
Inside of the foot, too.
It's the way he strikes it. It's beautiful.
That's the quality we're talking about, everybody. It's got to be in there. It's in some of these guys. But
we have a Matisse Tal song?
It's sometimes why when we do miss them, when we do see them waste chances like that or miss chances like that, and then they're capable of pulling off goals like this. That's why you do sometimes have to hold them accountable.
Am I muted, Jack? People are saying I'm muted.
Not anymore. I think it was while I was gone.
Why would I be muted, though?
I don't know. It's definitely not anymore. It's definitely
not. I need a new mic box. I really need to put out. I've got another one there. I need to put it out and set it up. His shoulders are just gone. Manor
Solomon,
Solomon won the free kick, though. He done well, Manor.
I missed that.
The
Yeah.
challenge on him was ridiculous, Jack. He was piggybacking. Some guy just came and jumped on his back, and he's piggybacking him for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, I would say the other thing, too, is Sydney probably have been more physical than some of the other teams.
Corner. Laid off.
To tell
Put it in.
Solomon.
Everyone's up there.
Solomon,
Put it in.
lovely feet. Lovely
Everyone's
feet.
in there.
He's got that great low center of gravity when he dribbles.
Yeah.
Tell
Everyone's
does well.
still in there. Anyone want to put it in? Everyone's in there.
The entire team is in the box.
Honestly, we're going to have to send them a postcard to put that one in, Jack. P.O. Box, Sydney.
We need to be sponsored by a whipped cream. Remind them they can whip it in. We need to remind them they can whip it in. We have gone all the way backwards. We might have had every single one of our center backs up inside the penalty area. Even if the cross isn't ideal, that's the other thing too. Like maybe it's not the perfect angle. Maybe it's not the perfect angle. Just hit it in at that stage.
There's 4 players in there. Everyone's gone up. Your centre backs have gone up. If you lose the ball, there's no one back there. Put the fucking thing in. Madness. Get out. Yes. Scarecrow Gallagher, get the F out of the way. Robbie Keane says, please update the score.
Oh, sorry.
Great goal from Tal, so underrated. It was an unbelievable strike here on a very, very good strike from Matisse Tal, to be fair. I'm all here for that. And then Hayden says, Jack, what time is it there? That's commitment, lad. You got to be Irish using that word, lad. Irish or Scouse? Let me know.
You don't want to know, Jack. Hayden. You don't want to know.
They want to know, Jack.
You don't want to know.
Jack just doesn't want praise for his commitment. He doesn't want to tell you guys.
I don't want people to know.
It's about 3 a.m., I think.
Forster was traveling around on a senior discount card. He probably got free parking. That was a good point, though, that Dubravka doesn't look as much 37 as Forster does.
Well, I hope that comment doesn't age.
That would be funny. That also happened with Forster, where he did also kind of age very rapidly, it seemed like.
Same with Larissa, going into a new season. Age very rapidly.
Yeah, he did. All of a sudden, he looked like an old man.
Good pressure. Good pressure. Bergvall, go. What are you waiting on? An invitation? Go on, Richie. Go on, Rich. Oh. Go on, Matisse. Go on, Matisse. 33 minutes in. Tottenham 1-0 to the good here. Oh, bang it. Oh, my Lord, Jesus Christ.
I mean,
oh my God,
it is 3 a.m.
That's worse than the free kick he took from Hotspur away.
I'm going to try to forget about it, but Gallagher looks every bit of the player he looked like when we first got him under Thomas Frank.
There's no
really
technique.
Shows the magic powers of De Zerbi, that De Zerbi was able to make Gallagher actually look halfway decent for a few games. Because right now he looks shit.
And there's no technique on the strike whatsoever. It's embarrassing.
I don't know why he's falling down either. It's not like there was a lot of pressure put on him or anything either.
I think the guy's putting a small bit of pressure on him, but still, you're a Premier League player. Fucking show some strength here. You know what I mean? It should be easy. Put your body across him and then just caress the ball into the back of net, and he's absolutely shanked it. Go back and look at the highlight reel from the MK Don games. That's still trending on Twitter, by the way. His free kick.
Still looking for it in the bushes.
Yeah. People are still clipping it and circulating it.
But yeah, it is pretty impressive how much De Zerbi was able to actually make him look good when he's now so quickly looking very close to the Gallagher we had when we first had him.
What annoys me about Gallagher is instead of worrying about how your hair looks and what style you want it, learn to do the basics of football first. Maybe put your time and dedication into that first, and then maybe the hairstyle can follow.
Open goal for F6 says Scarecrow. Brett Loft. Hey guys, good evening from sunny central Queensland.
Wow, big up, Brett. Good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're keeping well. How have you been? Any of you Australians getting to the games, by the way, are making your way down? Do let me know. Why is everyone retracting comments here? Polly Cooper, Kevin K. People are retracting comments. What's going on? You slagging me? Calling me
Everyone
Mr.
ages
Fatboy.
at least 20 years at Spurs, says Paul Connor. That's probably true. Connor Gallagher, second time coming, and he misses. This man could
T. Mac
easily have a
Williams
hat
says
trick
2
tonight.
negative. See ya. Well, I don't think it's negative, to be honest. That we're just commentating on what we're seeing. This is the thing. All we're doing is commentating on what we're seeing. You might, at that rate, you may as well turn off the match as well. Then turning us off, you may as well turn off the game.
Connor Gallagher
Actually, no,
could probably
Jack,
have
you
a
got it
hat
wrong.
trick.
You're supposed to praise Gallagher and say, "Well done for missing an
Well
open
done
goal,
for
Jack.
missing again.
Well done. Well done, Gallagher. Well done."
Stefan Blois. Big up, Stefan. Big up, guys. Thanks for doing the watch along so I can listen while I'm at the office. Tell could be a player that looks rejuvenated under De Zerbi. I watched Sydney play when I was in Aussie, and they were not great. They do look a lot worse, I'll be honest. I just think in comparison to MK Dons and Auckland actually better than MK Dons, far better than Sydney. Actually, we're really trying to play out from the back when we were pressuring them, and a couple of times they did break through us and look quite dangerous. MK Dons just probably were a little bit more solid defensively. Oh, good chance here. Ty Hall, I think, to Rio.
No. Rio.
Ty Hall, I don't know why he squared that.
Great.
Thought he could have shot it. Tell.
Go on, Matisse. Come on, Matisse.
Good ball by Tell. Hit it, Rio.
Rio.
Damn very
effort.
weak shot there.
Matisse Tell has actually been the best of the players outfield, actually. He's
been the busiest.
Yeah, he's been the busiest. He's created probably the most as well, to be fair to him. Just didn't really get the connection on that he wanted. Rio Kirament, and he sort of scuffed it in the end. Go on, Rich. Get after it. Prue, blood. Sydney. Good ball out. Beat the whole Tottenham press there. Looks to put it down in behind Kieran Menton. Can he deal with it? Brilliant defending. Absolutely brilliant defending from the kid. Archie. Good ball.
Oh, ref?
Oh, well done, Matisse.
This is a friendly ref?
Well done, Matisse.
Ref?
Oh, that's unreal. What?
Referee, I'm
saying it went out for
throwing. Needs to start calling some fouls here because they've gotten away with 2 penalties. And then now also that was a guy who nearly went through the back of Matisse Tell sliding in. And then at the very last second sort of pulled slightly back from doing it, but he still kind of did go through him. And the referee didn't bother to, and it looked like a foul. The referee didn't bother to blow his whistle. I am starting to wonder if the referee has forgotten his whistle here.
Well, it's
that's on 2 occasions. That's like 2 or 3 occasions. Very obvious fouls that he's just like waving on. I get it's a friendly, but still.
He's laid back.
I just
Bergwall tracking back. Well
maybe
done,
I'm nervous
Luke.
because we already have an injured Fernandez. But
Lucas
a friendly, you don't go
Solomon.
through the back of someone.
Solomon, what can he do? He's been doubled up upon here. Does well. Does really well. Picks up a throw in.
Now you might understand why Jared Gillette's so shit. This is the league he comes from. Very funny.
Great comment. Benjamin. Into Kirimatin.
Center it. Luca or Archie Gray just slipped, so it wasn't a terrible pass.
Dubravka.
Oh my God, that would have been a worldie.
Just Dubravka nearly got caught out from inside his own half there. That's a cheeky effort, that one.
I rate it. I like that he went for it.
Well, Papa Matasan scored one of them, didn't he, in the preseason?
Yeah, he doesn't have that SAR in him. He was close.
Very close. Not too bad. Not too far away at all. And Dubravka was backpedaling. That would have had a meeting.
Yeah, he would have been well beaten.
Target.
Good ball here.
Here we go.
Into Archie Gray.
Gray. Richie, get on the move. Make a run.
Fine tell.
Now use Matisse. Right, Matisse. Loads of time and space. Cut in.
Oh, he's got to score here.
Oh! What footwork by Matisse Tal. The shot in the end just a little bit disappointing, but again, looking very, very lively here, Matisse. He's the only one that's actually looking sharp right now, to be fair.
Looking very lively. I would agree with
That
Tyler,
lovely
though.
little
Like,
bit of footwork between the left and the right foot there was gorgeous to see.
I would agree with Tyler that what does Solomon have to do to get an assist? Because when you think about it, a couple of those pullbacks, Dave, to Gallagher and a couple of the other players have all been
Yeah.
Solomon pullbacks. So we probably would be singing Solomon's praises more if these guys could actually finish. That's a fair point from Tyler. Tell
Big up
wrong-footed
Q7.
himself.
Good to see you, my man. How are you keeping? What Jack is saying about Mateus Fernandez is that, there's been rumors and reports sort of circulating that he was injured, but nothing's really been officially confirmed. But he's not in the match day squad at all today.
Which doesn't ease the worries.
No.
Q7.
Makes you more concerned.
What I will say to maybe, if you were already stressed or anxious about it, is what has he done to cause any type of serious injury? It has to be just a knock or something, right? Because it's not like he's played significant minutes. He hasn't been playing a lot. He's probably been doing training that's not especially serious either in terms of physically on your body.
My God, Ben.
Second chance for Sydney there and almost scoring from the same player.
The thing is, you can pull a muscle doing anything. Do you know what I mean? Or like, what would you say? Like, it might not even be pulled. He could just be feeling a tight muscle. It could be, could be a knock from the last game. You never know. I think, obviously, it'll be more, you're hoping it's more precaution-based that he's not included today at all.
Yeah, even if it's like a pull, you just don't expect it to be anything ACL or anything crazy. Like, that's where I'm not going to get too panicked about it.
Well, Kulusevski went off with a knock, and we're still waiting for him to come back, Jack. So
that's fair, but that did come in a game.
Yeah,
that's my thinking. Is that unless we saw him get pulled out of a game from an injury,
it's also the problem playing a game in such quick succession after getting off like a 34-hour flight. I think they ended up taking. You know what I mean? You run the risk of these little things.
Rio out wide to Tell. Tell centers it into Archie Gray. Clips it over the top of Richie. That was a terrible ball. It's a really good idea by Archie Gray.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Didn't he play one of them against
Yeah, you're right. MK Dons,
played
right?
one or two over the top in some of the other preseason games as well.
Or Auckland. I think one of the Auckland goals was Archie Gray's really good ball over the top.
Yeah, it was the first goal, a beautiful ball over the top, yeah.
Spurs have done a good job winning some of these. Just very well couldn't find the player there. Hard to. Classic Australian finish from McAllister. Sydney are not playing their best team in fairness, says William Webb. Good to know, William.
Yeah. Auckland didn't have their best team out either. Gallagher. Premier League game, he would have went sliding into that. I'll give him a free pass on that one.
I don't think anyone's bagging the A-League, actually, William. If anything, I was only pointing out that I actually think Auckland looked a lot better than Sydney. Auckland actually was impressed by some of the moves that they had. Sydney Sydney have not really created any real build-up or moves. They've struggled really to get out of their own half, whereas Auckland, on a couple of occasions, played right through us. Like, we're playing through our press. I was pretty impressed by it for an A-League team.
Long
and then also, they did have some chances.
I don't think Sydney have been too bad, to be fair. They've had that one from halfway. They've had that chance there. They've done all right.
I just don't think they've had as much possession as, remember, Auckland.
No, all their possession has really been across the back line. Anytime they do get it into midfield, they sort of turn and, keep maneuvering it along the back line. They are struggling to get out to a certain degree.
Yeah. We're probably just comparing the A-League.
But no one's shitting on the A-League.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has.
Australian football earlier on.
If anybody, Eddie is your compatriot, William Hill. Eddie's shitting on the A-League.
Brisbane Roar. Andrew's old club.
Ball by Rio. Tell. Gray.
Good, thank you, brother. Hope you are too. Yeah, this is a bit worrying due to the Spurs curse. And it's yeah, we all get a bit worried and panicky as soon as we hear a knock or something like that. Half time.
Half time there. Well, we saw an absolute worldie from Tell, and
Brilliant goal from
we
Matisse
could
Tell.
have also seen 3 tap-ins, he would say, too.
Where I start to get a little bit concerned is it's a bit similar to last season's preseason where we relied on a couple of screamers.
Yeah.
And then we come out preseason going into the new season full of hope and optimism, going, look at some of the bangers we've scored. But apart from that, we're not actually offering much at all going forward. In terms
Yeah.
of real chance creations. Like Matisse Tell has had another good opportunity. Gallagher's had one. Ben Davies missed the ball that was flashed across the box by Matisse Tell. But apart from that, hasn't really been good going forward. Out from the back into the midfield, getting the ball into the final third, it's working. We've looked really good doing it in the last 3 games. But the concern in the last 3 games is as soon as we get the ball out wide or into the final third, not a lot of craft or creativity. And to sort of, ram that home more, Archie Gray has probably been looked the most sort of player with the most ideas when it comes to the final third over the last few games with some of the different balls he's trying and, balls over the top and stuff like that. It's a difficult one to judge. Control possession, but again, not a lot of end product. And, this, and I know we're not disrespecting the Australian leagues, William, but this is Sydney. Imagine when we come up against teams in the Premier League. It's going to be even more glaring, even more obvious. But what a goal from Matisse Tell. I have to say, he looks the sharpest out there. He looks really sharp, actually. Every time he gets the ball, he's direct. He's taking off. He's on his man and stuff like that. And what a free kick. What a free kick.
What I will say is, in comparison to last season, I don't think last season, I remember them all just being pretty dead games for the most part. And I don't remember there being many chances that were wasted, actually, unless I'm mistaken, in the
Fair.
preseason games last season. Whereas this game, and majority of these games, there has just been extreme wastefulness. Like Tell, you could make the case Tell could have a hat trick. You could. Look at that
Yeah.
chance he had there at the end. He had that lovely bit of feet. You complimented that, you
We know
praised
what
that, but
Matisse
that
Tell
like
does,
that any
actually.
Premier League player in that position, you think puts that away. And then he also had one at the beginning of the game that was also should have been in the back of the net.
The thing is,
Connor
though, we
Gallagher
know.
also should have a hat trick like at this point. So I
But
think a
this is
lot of the chances have not as much come from amazing play in the final third. They're probably coming from pressing, turning the ball over. There have been some really good turnovers from Spurs that have just come from Sydney not being good enough to be able to play out from the back. And then we've had just glaring moments in front of goal,
But
and then we're just wasting one after another. So it's not really comparison to last preseason. Last
mm,
preseason, we struggled to press teams. We struggled as well to really create chances at all. Whereas I would say under De Zerbi, it's almost in all these games. I feel like a lot of our chances have mostly just come from, hardworking pressing, and then the team
mm.
is not good enough to be able to play around it, and then we're just have a 4-on-3 or 4-on-2. But then we just have wasted it pretty much every time.
But the
So
thing is, that's going to keep happening with Matisse Tell.
yes, I agree with that. That
We've
will
seen
keep
that since
happening. But that
since
is the
we
difference
started.
between this season and last season. This season, I
Yeah,
do think there are chances, but we're
maybe
just
we fashioned. Maybe we fashioned more chances. But like, if you look back on the MK Dons game, we relied on a Fernandez screamer to get
yeah.
over the line. Today we've relied on a Matisse Tell sort of free kick. And like the thing is with Gallagher, Matisse Tell, these chances will present themselves in the Premier League, but they're not going to take them regularly enough. Like,
No.
and you are right. Like at Premier League level in Premier League games, they're really good chances, really really good chances. And the fact that Matisse Tell has only hit the target with the free kick. The other ones haven't. Conor Gallagher scuffed it. This is going to continue into the season. These players
Mhm.
are just like that. Matisse Tell is still young. He's still raw. And that's where the slight frustration is coming
Mhm.
in. We're still seeing a lot of the same stuff. And I can't I would love to sit here and go, do you know what? Like if this was Kane or Son, you go, do you know what? It's preseason. Come season, they're going to be
Mhm.
ready. They'll bag you 15-20. I can't say that with these
Oh,
guys.
100%.
And that's where I'm looking at this preseason to go, have you improved on that aspect? And so far,
No.
there hasn't really been much improvement. And people can go, oh, it's the second team. No, no. Richarlison starts games and Matisse Tell starts games. They are not second team players. You know what
Conor
I mean? They
Gallagher starts
start
games.
games. Conor Gallagher starts games. You can make the case for Solomon, who's never in the squad, Archie Gray, who's usually on the periphery, and the backline. But none of them are the issue.
Yeah,
None of them.
that's the thing. They're not the ones making the mistakes, or the ones that are being wasteful either.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So I agree with I agree with all your points, Dave.
But you are right, though. You are right. In fairness, like even was it the MK Dons game? We did create chances. Richarlison missed a couple. Yank missed a sitter. You are right in that regard. You are.
Well, it's just in my opinion, it's like even if there are issues, it's like the score line should legitimately be this. Like it should just be
Yeah.
3-4-1 or like whatever. And then we're
Yeah.
talking. I don't know if the conversation changes that much, but it's just like you would think maybe the demeanor of our. I don't know what it is. It's just it's just every time you're
No, I
always
do get
like,
you.
it's 1-0, but you're like, yeah, but it really should be 4-0 right now. It's just, but yeah, that's not going to change. Like, could
No.
anyone point out that they're going to see the Spurs team all of a sudden develop a clinical edge? No, this is just going to continue to happen. I
It's
absolutely
just
agree with that point.
It's just
This
we,
will
we
continue to
really
happen.
need the players in. But
Yeah.
guys, you guys at home, join in on the conversations. Get your comments in the chat. We'll try and bring up as many as we can, discuss as many as we can. And if you want to be like Eddie, why not throw a bit of support our way? If you respect the
Mhm.
grind, get your talking points in, and we'll have good discussions over it. Because we don't want to be dictating all of the halftime talking and stuff like that. So help us out, guys.
Um, William Webb
Probably a
is a
load of
Brisbane
changes.
Roar fan. Love that. Shimtan saying, can someone check on the change room because I think Bearball is trying to sneak off. He's trying to grab a flight out of here. William Webb, only early. It's preseason fitness, autographs, photos times leading into the season. Great to see Tell getting some positivity. I've always been a bit of a Tell fan and protector, to be honest, William Webb. But I
I
will say
haven't.
he
I've
probably
come
does
a
need a
long
hat
way.
trick tonight, William. He's been a little bit wasteful tonight, but he
I've come
has
a long
played
way with
well.
Matisse
He's
Tell.
creative and he looks good. Sorry, Dave.
No, I was just gonna say I've come a long way with Matisse Tell. As you know, I wasn't his biggest fan coming in here, but he's winning me around.
William Webb, in fairness to Spurs, jet lag is also a terrible thing. The only thing that's supporting them is a 5-star level. Yeah, well, we
Do you
all
know
know
what?
they. Yeah.
I will take the jet lag. I'll take that, but I'm not taking this is just about fitness and stuff like that. You know, there are they all come back fit. It's an old narrative. They all come back in supreme condition. It's not about fitness. It's maybe about getting the feel of the ball again and stuff like that. I'll take for granted, but yeah, I'll take the jet lag one. That's a good one, actually. Well done, William. You've given me an excuse I can accept.
Our front line is still shit, says Breff. We haven't seen Matter, Stinali, and Fernandez together, or Mickey and Van Hecke together. Davis is still there, which is a worry. We really need quality strikers and wingers. Please bring Kudos back. I would love to see Kudos back. To be fair, though, I agree with Tyler's point from earlier. Like, I do feel bad for Solomon, and that I do feel like Solomon could probably have a hat trick of assists because I think a lot of those chances that ended up being kind of right at the top of the box or inside the box for Conor Gallagher and a couple of other players were Solomon just layoffs right there that he just found the guy, no problem. And then, they're just not able to put away their dinner. So I agree with Tyler that Solomon has actually looked also pretty good like Tell. It's just that he's not gotten the end product, not to his own fault,
Yeah.
but more the players being
But
wasteful.
I think the reason why maybe Tell is shining a bit more is because Tell has, I think, a better ability to be able to beat his man
Yeah.
and create a little bit more for himself than maybe what Solomon does.
Solomon picks and chooses, it seems like, more when to run at his player,
Yeah.
whereas Tell almost does it every time. I agree.
Yeah.
Eddie saying, no bag on the league, all you want. No, you can bag on the league all you want, Davo. Maybe the FA and the government will do something to fix it, like build a home of football. I don't know the Australian politics, to be fair, of football, Eddie. William Webb might be able to have a good back and forth with you there.
Well, from what like I said, sometimes I do be up late just watching stupid crap on YouTube. But upon my time, I have stumbled across, the Australian Football League sort of system. There was a documentary series I was watching about guys who basically wanted to do a Wrexham, but because of the way the league is set up, they could only be basically champions of their province. There was no way of them getting out of the province in towards the A League without applying. And then when you apply, it's like bureaucracy and stuff like that. So it's a pretty close shop. So it is good to hear that you guys are bringing in a championship because not being funny, but the only way Australian football is going to improve and you're going to produce the players, but having more people playing it and it being more accessible, more leagues and stuff like that. Because, I remember growing up there, you had Mark Viduka, Harry Kuehl, Bresciano, Schwarzer. You had a lot of players playing in top teams across Europe, and that slightly changed over the years. But that's because the league has never really sort of progressed and stuff like that. Like, it's still the sort of same football pyramid from when I used to watch some A-League highlights because some League of Ireland players used to go out there and stuff, back when I was in school and stuff like that. So it hasn't really changed in that regard. But I'm not going to sit here and bag on Australian football at all. But I do expect Spurs to try and put a few more by them in the second half, make this comfortable.
Let me down under saying, yeah, the championship is controversial because, again, the clubs have to apply for a license.
It's madness. It's madness.
Big up to Paulie Cooper.
Big up Jay Milano as well. Says, great to hear your voices again. Really appreciate that. Good to see you.
What position would be happy with realistically come end of the season? I think we're all looking for probably Europa League, Jay, and then anything higher than that would be massive and huge. I think there probably are some people maybe who are expecting Champions League, but
No,
for the most part, I want to return to Europe, ideally Europa League. At the end of the day, I would take Conference League, but I think we are better than that. I think we are good enough team to finish 5th or 6th in the league.
If we
could finish higher than that, don't get me wrong, but right now, we still need forwards, I think, in order to finish 5th or 6th. But, yeah, that's all I'll say. 5th or 6th is kind of where I'll happily take, and then anything higher than that might be a bonus.
I think you can only really take it off the squad we've got now. We can't fantasize transfers that haven't happened yet. True. So, if you take it off this squad, I think it's good enough to get us some sort of European football, whether it's Conference League or Europa League. But if we want to go Champions League, we have to bring in forward players. We have to bring in a winger. We have to bring in a striker. But players that are ready to go. You can't keep putting the burden and the responsibility on young shoulders like Matisse Tell, Xavi Simons. Like, as soon as we've signed them, everyone's put all the what we're looking for because we're missing Kane and Son so much on all these guys' shoulders, and they're not ready to carry it. They're not good enough to carry it, and they're nowhere near experienced to carry that sort of, responsibility and that burden. So we do need to sign players that are going to guarantee give us 15 to 20 goal involvements, over the course of the season, both from out wide and up front.
Yeah. Someone saying, watch Luca Williams-Barnett come on and change this game in the second half. I think what Luca Williams-Barnett brings is that kind of endeavor. He does try things. He does go for crosses, passes that are a bit more risky. And that's probably led to maybe even some of these other games that maybe having a bit of an end-to-end nature is because maybe there have been times when it's just not worked out or not pulled off, and then they're running towards our end. But that's sometimes what you need. I wouldn't say this game. Like this game, we probably should just be 3-0 up, 4-0 up and cruising. But in the second half, that's probably what we'll need in order to get maybe some distance and make ourselves start to get up for this game. Because in fairness, it's 3 a.m., 4 a.m. It'd be nice to actually see some goals going to the net instead of us constantly just playing with our food and playing with toys, really. But what I like about Luca Williams-Barnett is he does try things when he comes on. He gets turned. He tries to take a man on in midfield, which you don't see very often anymore. You don't see a guy like try to do a few step overs and just take it past him in midfield. He tries to play passes through the lines. So that's all I say. And that's something that every good young player needs to keep in their game, is that sort of, everyone relates it to Bruno Fernandes. I don't think it's a bad comparison, but what Bruno Fernandes does do is he's not really a guy that will every time just look for the easy sideways option. He will try something, even if it's like half there, even if it's a long shot of that pass getting there, he'll still go for it and attempt it. And I think that's a good quality to have in the modern game, because it seems like nowadays, like Dave was saying with Gallagher and other people are so safe that it causes the game to be a little bit boring and a little bit sort of dead at times. So having a guy that tries things like Williams-Barnett, 100% would be great to have. And for the season in general.
Like, for me, what I like about it is, even if you compare him to like Mikey Moore and Donnelly, he just hasn't been overcoached. You can kind of see sometimes with Donnelly and Moore now that, sometimes they do take the safer option a bit more than maybe what Luca Williams-Barnett has. And that's why Luca Williams-Barnett has come out with the the more excitement around him over these last couple of games, because he hasn't lost that sort of youthfulness, that want to go and affect games, the want to go and try things. You know, because sometimes when you get out into these senior clubs, sometimes you got a manager that goes, whoa, 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 I don't want you to do that. I want you to move the ball here. And sometimes that can stick with you. Then you don't realize it, but sometimes the creativity and the craft is being taken out of you. And, you know, Williams Barnett is a player that hasn't been taken out of yet. And hopefully we can actually use that and capitalize on it, because there's nothing worse than seeing an attacking player with good vision, you know, ability, and then a manager go, oh, I just want you to be a bit more safe. Don't take as much risk. And it's like, yeah, but then, you know, you're not coaching a midfielder here. You're coaching a forward player. Forward players are supposed to encourage risk. You're supposed to encourage to try things, you know. And look, hopefully he comes on in the second half and he can create a couple of chances like he's done the last few games, because, you know, some of the chances we've seen him create, you look at Conor Gallagher on, what, 200 grand a week, the fee we paid for him, and it's like, should he not be the one playing them passes? And you know what I mean?
Al Ben, big up Al Ben. You think we will spend another 150 million pounds on the forward line? I think we
Hopefully,
have
need
to, really, Al. I mean, Krupi too. Krupi could cost close to 100 million euros. And then, what is it? Another winger there might be 40, 50 million. So it's not implausible to say 150 million might be what it take. I'd say that might be the bare minimum in order to really transform this forward line. Might take 150 million pounds.
And the thing is, the money will be there. I know they have to sell some players and stuff like that, but the money will be there to reinvest into that front line. It's just what quality are we going to get for that money? You know, like, are we going to bring in established players, or are we going to be taking risks on a Savinho and a Krupi, which is what they are? You're sort of gambling again with them guys. But Luca Williams Barnett is coming on here. Good to see.
With Tonali, it looks like too.
And Tonali, come on, Sandro. Archie Gray keeps his place.
William Webb saying Chelsea came from 4-3 behind to beat Western Sydney Wanderers 6-4 last night. What has been nice this preseason is we haven't conceded, I'd probably even say 4 huge chances, let alone 4 goals. So that's also been nice.
Yeah.
It's been clean
it
sheets.
means we're tightening up, doesn't it?
Because, we can complain about the wastefulness of the forward line, but you would say for the most part, what is nice is that we're not conceding 4 goals to a Western Sydney. That would be tough. A great game, I bet, but that would be also concerning. You're like, why are we conceding 4?
Yeah, no, yeah. Some substitutions here. Tonali, Takai, and Williams Barnett on. Bergval, Davies, and Tell off. So Williams Barnett will go out wide.
Yeah, let's see where he finds himself.
So you have Tonali coming in for Bergval in the midfield. You have Davies coming out for Takai. And then Tell coming out off the wing for Williams Barnett. Poor Tottenham giveaway here. Oh,
I think it was Dubravka who gave it away too. It was a shocking giveaway.
Kirimentin gets caught out at the back post there.
I don't know what Dubravka was playing there. Nick, what's the score? What's the score? I can't tell from on the bike. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's 1-0 to the mighty Tottenham.
Nick,
big up, Nick. Good to have you with us,
sir.
Good to see you.
Where have you been all summer, Nick? Where have you been, my man? Good to see you. And hopefully you're out there enjoying your cycle. I'm surprised you, with all your technology, you don't have a flat screen TV attached to that bike and you're watching the game as you're cycling, my man.
He's using the other bike, Dave. That one. He does have one with a flat screen. He's just using the other one.
Oh, here we go. Williams Barnett. Looking to go on his own. When he was striking it, he just started rising. I think he would have preferred to sort of keep that one down a little and let it in, but it was rising as soon as he left his foot. Did it hit the bar, or did he pull off a save here? He slows it down, then makes his decision to go for it. It's off the bar. Good spot, Jack. I like the way he slows it down. Looks like he's going to pass it, and then goes on the outside, buries a shot towards goal, and it's off the crossbar. But that's good play from Williams Barnett. Only on. Good pressure here from Tottenham high up the pitch. Kirimentin intercepts it. That's got to be a free kick, referee. What?
I don't know what's going on. This referee hasn't called anything.
Corruption. I know it's preseason, but there's corruption there.
It's just more some of these challenges. You're like, I get it's preseason and you don't want to call anything, but
it's starting to turn into a rugby league game.
The Ben Davis one I thought was shocking. Because it was right in front of the referee, too. I get it's a little bit awkward. You don't want to give penalties in a preseason game, but you're like, well, surely you can't just let a guy just...
Yeah.
Because it was going to be a tap-in for Davies, and then he just pulled him down.
Gallagher. Well done. Good footwork.
play.
That's more like it. Oh, my Lord. Jesus
Who played that
Christ.
backwards? Is that Tonali?
No, that was Gallagher that done that pass.
Isn't Tonali number 6
Oh,
there?
no.
Deeper one?
Was it Tonali?
I
Not sure.
think Gallagher. It doesn't
Tonali,
matter.
Gallagher.
Gallagher went forward there.
There we go.
Gallagher's one in the small socks.
Good play there by Tonali. Good footwork. Hardy.
We sure this isn't Aussie rules? Good question.
Stand. Oh, hit Williams Barnett. Hit Williams Barnett.
Chest.
Good control. Takai.
Tonali. Pressured here. Takai. That's right. Takai is coming to the game. Good spot. Still Hardy, though.
Let's go, Hardy. Onto
Ty
Ty
Hall.
Hall. Can he find Manor? Manor drops short for it. What?
Dirty feet from
here
Manor.
Here we go. He's opened it up for himself.
Oh, I got ahead of him that
Couldn't
touch
get the lay
there.
off. Yeah, poor touch. Got away from him.
Luca.
Williams Barnett.
Oh, can he
Luka
have a
cuts
shot
in.
here?
Oh, I think he went for the shot. It ended up not being a bad cross,
What's
to
up
be
with the
fair. Just
scuffs
couldn't get
today?
anyone at the end of it.
Can we find someone
Yeah,
who's had a
he's
clean
completely
strike of a
scuffed it.
ball today? I mean, Matisse Tell, I know Tyler's not his biggest fan, but Matisse Tell might have been the only person today that's had a clean strike of the ball, Tyler.
Yeah.
I think every single Spurs player has shanked it today. Truly shanked it. Like, we're talking about shots that, like, I'm not kidding, look like a 5-year-old is taking them.
Yeah. Takai. Back to Dubravka.
Not even
Back out
harping
Takai.
on Luka Williams there, just pointing that out. I'm actually trying to think how many clean strikes
you're
have we
right.
even seen of the ball
yeah.
today.
It's not grating on anybody. I mean, every player's been guilty of it. Oh, Luka tries to play it
Good
into
moment
Richarlison.
here, a little behind
Kieran
Gallagher
Gallagher
and
fucking
behind
shit
Solomon.
pass
But
to
can he
Solomon.
play Gallagher here? Play him. Archie Gray.
Archie. Tonali, bang it.
There you go.
Who's not out to Luka? Luka committing the fullback. Goes on the outside, puts it across. Oh, it's just gone in behind, I think, Dion Rush and Kieran Maton there. Oh, good defending. And that's the one he gives. That's the free kick he gives, Jack. That's the one.
I was looking at the chat. I didn't actually see it. Q7 saying, not a fan of this shirt, but I must say the kit looks a lot nicer on it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. It's not
I'm not a fan of many of the kits this season.
Lamb Shank. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on here at the minute.
You see Sunderland's kit, Dave, for this season.
No.
Pretty awesome.
Was it white?
Very old school.
Nice.
Super old school.
May go and have a look at that.
Oh,
after.
good turnover from Gallagher. Play him, man. Just play Richie.
Oh, and we'll wait for him to do that. Once he's won the ball, Richie's through. Just release it. He goes running.
At least let. I'm tired of Gallagher making me pull my hair out. Can at least just Richie make me pull my hair out?
Again, he's had a nice ball into Richie, and he plays it.
Here he is. Get Gallagher off the pitch, please.
That's three attacks now. It's just broke down at his.
Gallagher could have.
He is horrendous.
Gallagher could have 3 assists, 3 goals.
You watch the second one there, Jack. You watch the second time when he gets it back again. He has Richarlison again on the inside to tap home, and he lays it out wide. Wrong ball again. Oh man, the guy makes me want to pull my hair out.
Lippy down under. Send it back to England.
Yeah, honestly. Actually, no. Could anyone in the A-League do us a favor here?
No, now William Webb is going to get mad. William Webb's going to get mad and go, come on now. You guys said you wouldn't shit on the A-League. Now you're giving us Gallagher.
See if you can strike a deal for Ben Davies as well, please. Well on Ty. Back to Hardy.
Just found out Ty Hall is my brother's friend's son. Wow.
Wow.
Wait, isn't it Fitz Hall? Is his dad? Shem? Someone said that. I think it was Alistair Gold said it was Fitz Hall, or someone said that his dad is a former professional player. So that means your brother's friend is Fitz Hall?
Sydney just knocking the ball around the back. Come on, come forward with it so we can take it off you. Solomon on the press. Sydney still
Pressure,
knocking around.
Richie.
Oh.
Goalkeeper
Someone
does
press
not
him.
look comfortable on the ball tonight.
No.
Good touch, though,
Does
there
well
by their
there,
left
though.
back.
Sydney playing a little bit of football here in the second half.
Davies would still be on the bench in the A-League, says Limpy Down.
Who taught in 2026 heading into 2027? Ben Davies would still be here.
Yeah, it's amazing. Telling me, FIFA 18. I'm going through FIFA 18. I'm like, wow, he's still at the club 10 fucking years later.
Okay, can we go and press these now? This is getting boring watching them pass it around between the three centre backs. There we go. Get in there. And they come out with it. They come out with it. It's a goal. Oh,
That's a
1-1.
goal.
1-1. And that's what happens when you don't take your chances, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens.
Yeah.
It's a pretty poor from Tottenham defending here. Let's have another look at it.
Takai, too. Takai, he had to do it. Takai had to stick a foot out because if he didn't, that ball was also going to be clean through for the Australian
100%.
player. But unfortunately for Takai, when he touches this, it almost makes it a perfect pass for the. Yeah. And then Hardy, maybe Hardy could have also stuck a foot out there. Just couldn't react.
Gray there though in the midfield. That's where could have maybe done a little bit better to try and stop that from coming forward. It's a good finish though, to be fair. It's actually a tidy finish. 1-1, and this is what happens when you play with your food, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a warning sign for what's coming in the Premier League. You know, if you don't take your chances when you're on top of the game, you're always going to be at risk of being sucker punched. Let's see how we can respond from this now. Let's see if it maybe sparks us into a bit of life here. It's been pretty dull this second half. I'm still leaving at Gallagher for fucking up 3 chances there going forward.
Yeah, from earlier, Jerome was upset about saying Gallagher is shocking, man. What on earth is he? It is going to be a bloodbath against Chelsea. I wouldn't go that far, Jerome, but
we needed Jamonde, Jerome. Rhino was sitting here glazing Gallagher.
Yeah. You would have loved it, Jerome. But I don't know how I feel about the Chelsea game. It's also still... I'll probably read into the Chelsea game maybe a bit more than these, but I don't think these have been that complicated. I think each of these games, pretty much the main takeaway each time has just been Spurs need a forward line.
We've made them difficult. We've just made them difficult, these sort of games.
But they've not been that complicated to really analyze or anything. It's been pretty obvious what the main takeaway from each of these games
and a lot
has
of them
been.
we've dominated possession. We just have done fuck all with it.
Uh-huh.
Well done, Tonali. Or Gray.
Then Jorginho tune. Pick up Jorginho. Let's spice it up, Dave. If we don't get to top 10 and you don't get top 4, we go halves on Jack's jersey. But obviously, you give priority on the deal as you're confident.
Spice it up, Dave. If we don't get top 10 and you don't get top 4, we go halves on Jack's, but you obviously get priority on the deal. Do you know what? I'm going to be brutally honest here, Jorginho. I'm going to be very, very honest with you here. I will make a deal with you when the transfer window closes because although I had some hype when we signed Tonali because I really like Tonali and I have done for a long time, it is becoming more and more glaring obvious that if we don't sign these 4 players, we're not getting top 4. So I'm going to wait till the transfer window's closed or until we sign 2 quality players in the forward line, and then I'll have that bet with you. So keep that one on ice. I do like that one.
About a month from now, it looks like Jorginho tune. About a month from now. And you can have that bet with Dave. Premier League season will have already started by then, but...
I can't make any bets with Richarlison and Solanke as our strikers, you know, right now, and lack of quality from out wide. I can't make any bets on that at all. And if Gallagher is still parading around our midfield. By the way, Can you give us some back of some of the Tonali money and come and take Gallagher, please?
Yeah.
But that bet I like, so keep that one on ice.
I would be
And if you
shocked
give
if you
Paul
guys didn't
Kamada as
make
well.
top 10. Jorginho too. And if you guys didn't make the top 10, I'd be shocked. But then at the same time, it's not like you guys have been improving your team very much by the looks of
Who have they got
things.
left?
Who have you got left? Eddie Howe was looking like he kind of was on the way out, which is also shocking because I do like Eddie Howe.
He says because we're shit. Eddie Howe is a good manager, but they are.
It is like when you think about it, they are kind of a bit uncertain.
Doesn't the other guy want out Gamares as well?
Yeah, Gamaris wants out.
Gallagher.
Connor Gallagher here.
Oh my Lord Jesus Christ! Honestly, it's like watching an overweight toddler play an underage game. I'm sick of it.
This Japanese player is quick. Sorry, not that's the different player.
Oh, good defending.
Is that Luka
Well done,
Williams?
Archie. Is it
No,
Williams?
it's Archie.
Archie.
No, it was Luka Williams. Fair play, Luka Williams.
Watching Gallagher is like watching that fat kid play midfield in the under-8s team. I'm sick of it.
He says, take it or leave it. My final offer.
Honestly, we want to take Voltamatter to fix our problems, lad. I can't have that bet right now.
Would you give us Big Nick? Jorginho? Do you rate
Sydney are playing the
Voltamatter?
better football here in the second half. Sydney is starting to get going a bit here.
Yeah, I think to your point, the fact that we've been wasting chances and then Sydney score, if anything, Sydney are going to be the ones more confident now.
Well done, Winners. That's a free kick, ref.
And then Brett Loft, member for 42 months. Thank you, Brett.
Good to see you, Brett. Really
Crazy
appreciate
length.
the support.
Over the 40-month club, 8 months away from 50. Thank you, Brett. Very, very long support. Appreciate you, my friend.
Come on, you fuckers. Get after it. Let's go after the ball now. Take Richarlison off as well. He's offered absolutely nothing today. He's barely touched the ball.
They're stretching us now.
Ball in behind Kieran Menton.
This is more times they've
Straight
gotten
back to
into
Dubravka.
our half than they did in the entirety of the first half.
Yeah. Just taking our foot off the gas a little. Oh, good play. Good play. Come on, Sandro. Come on, Sandro. Bang it.
Sure. Got foul.
No one really made a good run from there.
And look, he got hit in the back of the head.
Sydney are feeling a scalp here, you know. You can see by the intensity of some of their running now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently he can go out on loan. That's what I saw.
Who?
Voltamatta.
Yeah, I'd take him.
I
He's got
100%
great
would.
work for a big man.
I think I'd sooner just have him on loan for a season than I would spend 130 million on a Krupi.
Yeah.
And then assess that market after that, because then at least I know we have a striker.
Pigeons
Also,
are on my
too,
window
like
sill
after
now.
watching Richarlison and Solanke, I mean, Solanke we've only watched one half of, whereas Richarlison we're seeing more games of, but we all know what Solanke, what it's going to be. But again, just the Lancashire decision. Maybe it was Lancashire's choice to leave, but
Gallagher in space.
Luca!
Not bad cross. Luca back across.
It was a good
Here
cross.
we go. Tonali. Oh,
Can he whip it in again here? Connor.
Gallagher. Time. Put it in.
Back post. Good cross.
Oh, just over Richie. Unlucky. It's not a bad ball from Gallagher.
Yeah, it was sort of in between Richarlison and Luca Williams Barnett, but it was a good cross.
Moving on to Ty.
Hardy plays through the middle here. Well done.
Tonali, so good. Give it back to Archie as well. Let's get a ball over the top.
Ty Hall. See Tonali.
Didn't want to give it to Gallagher there. Don't blame you, Ty. Do not blame you.
Out wide to
Here we
Luca.
go.
Down
Let's
the
go,
line
Luca.
for Rio.
Good
What a ball.
ball.
Find Richie. Find Richie.
Oh, my God.
Please.
Penalty.
Penalty.
What a ball
If
from
Richie's
Luca
diving
Williams-Barnett.
again in a friendly, I swear to God.
What a ball from Luca Williams-Barnett, by
What
the
a
way. Can we
ball.
give him credit? It's unbelievable. Kieran Menton just couldn't
Bad
really
touch.
get it on it. Yeah, it's a really poor touch.
Unbelievably weighted pass by Luca Williams-Barnett. Perfectly weighted.
Gallagher
He's a
looks
baller.
tanked as well. Could be making a sub in midfield here quickly.
I do want to see, just for shits and giggles, whether Richie dived there.
Yeah, we need to see that again if he's actually dived or not.
Because that was really funny in the MK Dons game.
Oh, the big flop at the end.
Oh!
That wound me up. That wound Deserby up as well because he just wants to keep the ball moving. And you've got this guy diving around like he's a salmon on a river.
Playing out here, Sydney.
Oh, good defending. Good defending. Who was
Did
that?
well there,
Okay.
Takai.
Take Gallagher off. He's gassed. Yeah, he's coming off. Same with Solomon. Same with Archie, it looks like. Sydney are also making subs. They're going for this. They want the scalp because Schnorbo does. Right, we don't care about their subs. Who are we subbing? Solomon's coming off. Looks like Scarlett's coming on. Donnelly's coming on. Is that Melia?
Yeah, Mason
It is
Melia
Mason. Come on, Mason. Let's go.
getting
I
this
hope he scores.
opportunity.
Robertson's on. Let's go, Andy.
I think we've only seen Robertson in one half before. I think it was MK Dons or
I don't-
Auckland.
did
I
he
forget
even
which
come on?
one. He's only. I think he played for like 45 minutes or like 10
I don't
minutes.
remember him coming on at all. I thought this is his first game, though. Maybe I'm wrong.
Could be. Am I wrong by saying that? Did he play 10 minutes or something in one of the games?
Let me go and confirm all these substitutions, though. So
Mhm.
just keep people updated.
No, appreciate it. No,
Come
this
on,
is his
Mason.
debut.
Is Mason going to score, chat? Let us know. Good to see a young Irish kid getting the run out. Let's see what he can do.
Scarlett's up top of them, so it's a two-man strike for us.
Yeah, it's looking like.
We did see that. Oh, good ball over the top. Dubravka, fair play.
Yeah, so this is Robertson's first minutes of preseason.
Yeah. Mason
Still
Melia,
have
good
a
layoff
lot
to
of
Luca Williams-Barnett. Luca Williams. He should have just played Melia through. Good
Oh,
win,
well
though.
done.
Good
Well
win.
done,
Donnelly.
Donnelly wins it. Who's this? Scarlett.
Selfish there. Donnelly
Donnelly,
have a
strike
hit. Not a good hit.
Oh, not a great hit.
Can someone please not scuff the shot?
Oh, well done, Toka.
Would love to see one clean strike
Yeah.
just to
Especially
see if it's
the hours-
possible.
Especially the hours you're up at as well. It's like, please,
Just
make it worth it.
with the amount of chances we've had, and then every single one of them have been a scuff shot, towards the goalkeeper. It's just been
Good football out from the back here from Tottenham. Popovic. Why is he on screen? Why is he so famous, Eddie Popovic? Got a lot of camera time. I didn't like that. Donnelly, good ball, Donnelly. Is this Tonali? Who's that running through midfield? It's Sandro Tonali. Here we go. Luca Williams-Barnett. Laid off. Tonali!
Oh, good hit. Great hit.
Well done, Sandro. Who's that bossing our midfield? It's Sandro Tonali. So we got Andy Robertson, Mason Melia, Dane Scarlett, and Yang, and Donnelly to replace Richarlison, Solomon, Gray, Gallagher, and Hall. So there are your substitutions.
Richie was like a mobile phone with 5G, no service. That's probably true, actually. He didn't get as much service as the
No,
others
yeah.
did today. The other chances fell to others.
In fairness, Gallagher had like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
to
it all
play him.
fell
He
to
just didn't. That's a shocking ball.
All the best chances pretty much fell to Gallagher, and then probably Tell after that.
Who's that? Boss
Not that it matters or anything, because he's very young and doesn't probably have too much of a future this season. But also, you would say maybe Rio's had a couple of moments where he's probably had a lot of time in the box.
Big up, Colin. Good to see you, my man.
Young Min
And
Hyuk
big
is
up
on.
Danny Passer as well. Good to see you. Yeah, Yang came on.
Does that mean
He's so
Luca has switched over to the right? Or no. Yang's on the right. Luca's on the
Luke
left.
is on the
They have
left.
very similar
Donnelly's
numbers. I think Yang is 59 and then Luca is 58 or something like
yeah.
that.
And then I think you've got, what is it, Gray, Donnelly, and Tonali still in midfield?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Donnelly. Beautiful. Not a great ball there, though. Did well there. Scarlett to hold it up. Donnelly,
Ah,
classy from
Donnelly.
Donnelly.
Here we go. Here
Beautiful
we go. This is a
play.
4-on-3. We can't fuck this up. It's a 4-on-3. It's impossible.
Yes.
Oh,
Please.
Yang, is it? How many more sitters does this guy need to miss in preseason? How many more?
He's had 2 sitters
Who
tap
plays
in.
that cross ball? Who plays that ball across, by the way? It's a beautiful cross.
Robertson.
Robertson.
Oh,
my
it bounces
God, yeah.
up and hits him in the fucking knee.
Oh my God.
It did take a deflection, but still.
What play by Donnelly at left back or right back there, by the way? That was sensational. What a ball out that created that attack. He's already done more than Gallagher. He's only on the pitch.
Gabriel Popovic is Tony Popovic's son. Oh, is that the Romanian player, right?
Oh, okay.
Right? Wasn't he a former Spur?
Oh, you're thinking of Popescu. Or
Popescu, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Popescu, sorry. I was also doubting myself because Popovic doesn't sound like a very Romanian name.
Bit more of a Croatian Australian name, though.
Yeah, that would be more of a Serbo-Croatian. Melia has had some good link-up play, I agree. He's had some nice layoffs.
He does have European experience with from the League of Ireland and that, and then also a lot of senior experience behind him. It's a complete different level, though. Kiermenton being moved across the right back then.
Looks like it. Can you get there, Luca?
Can he keep it in?
Oh,
he can.
Try.
Oh, lucky.
He also played at Palace, says Limpy.
Oh,
San Antonio Spurs coach.
Here we go. Tonali. Melia.
Oh.
Dane Scarlett, will you get out of Melia's way? Fucking hell.
That'd be funny.
Finally.
It'd be funny if it was Greg Popovich. It's a very popular sports name. Now you think about it. Very famous Popoviches in the world.
Give back to Don Bum.
Rio.
Yang.
Good layoff there.
Good ball, Donnelly.
Good play
Good
there
ball,
from Donnelly. Yang.
This is good.
Oh, yeah.
2 players there, and he hits it in between them. You can't write it.
He hits it straight to
You
the
can't
Australian.
write it.
Ooh, he's got to be off.
Oh, Dubravka quick off his line there. That's reassuring. Q7, who is it that was looking forward to seeing Yang the other game? Have you seen enough? Look, the guy's just nowhere near the level.
Sometimes people just throw names out there, though, to be fair. I was looking forward to seeing Yang. I never get to see him play. Now I've seen him play. And what I know for certain is he's quick, but he's definitely not ready.
Look, everyone looks forward to seeing players that you haven't seen yet play and see what they can offer, especially with some of the shit we've been offered up over the last few years.
That's a good point. Especially with last season.
Yeah. Oh, good ball by Donnelly. We've got an overlap here. He uses Robertson. Robertson pulls it back. It's a lovely ball.
My Yang again.
Oh my God, this kid.
Well, I know for certain Yang is not going to help the finishing problem.
No, he's only going to add to it. What a ball. That's 2 lovely crosses from Robertson out on that
Yeah.
left-hand side, by the way. He's probably provided better crosses in the 2 that he's given than what Udogie has in the 4 seasons.
That's actually a fair point. Because that's the thing with Udogie. Udogie rarely crosses it into the air.
No.
He always does. He doesn't like hitting it in the air for some reason. It's like he can't.
So that's good that we've got a player that can actually cross a ball. Now we just need to get a striker to get on the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Small signs. Lancasters, come on. Sam Lancaster, what a name.
Yeah, it's like a Game of Thrones name.
Real English last name, that, isn't it,
Lancaster? Yeah, isn't it? In it.
Sounds like a lord on a manor.
That was an unbelievable play from Donnelly earlier.
Passing, actually.
I agree, Wilson. That pass from Donnelly was sick.
He's done really well since he's come on with his passing, Donnelly. He's always offering for the ball and stuff. But I'm encouraged by Robertson's crossing. Twice he's had the opportunity to put in balls in the box, and twice he's found Spurs players. It's encouraging. And then Porro doing it down the other side.
Finally, for once, a Spurs game from a decent hour, says Scott Lewis. I'm in Melbourne. First time back in a while. Hope you guys are well.
Donnelly again. Melia back to Donnelly. Donnelly keeps it moving.
Go
what
Yang.
A ball.
Square across.
Yang. Oh, my Lord.
He's really got no end product, this guy. He's quick.
Anyone in A-League want Yang?
He's quick, I'll tell you that. Good turnover here.
Scarlett.
Oh, Scarlett.
Handball. That's a fucking blatant handball if I've ever seen one.
I didn't see it. It did bounce up and hit him?
Donnelly. Yeah, it hit off his arm. Chat, let me know. What do you think? Handball there?
Well, the referee hasn't called anything.
If not, my eyes are going.
Good to have you, though, Scott Lewis.
Big up, Scott Lewis. Scott Lewis. We've spoken before, I believe.
Jerome is saying, as a Melburnian, I am appalled that Spurs have not destroyed Sydney FC yet. Come Spurs. Humiliate them, please. Do it for the Melburnians. Donnelly came in.
Donnelly, wow.
Weighted cross. Or sorry, ball there. Oh, on the floor, Robertson. On the floor.
As soon as I praise his crossing, he fucks up.
So we have a problem here, Dave. Udogie only plays it on the ground, and Robertson only plays it in the air. That had to be on the floor. I don't know what on
Yeah. Well, all he had to do was pull it back there and let your man strike it first time. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. But do you know what, Jerome? Like, don't get me wrong. You know, I think we all know coming out. You look at the forward line coming on this preseason tour. You knew it was going to be a struggle for goals and that. But, you know, we've had a lot of good breakaways. To Jack's point, you know, he made at half-time. We've had some good chances. And even in the second half, we've had some decent chances. But either that final ball, Donnelly.
It's just been that every time.
Either that
Spurs look really good,
or when
and then we do
striking the ball, it's been scuffed. It's just the end product has just been the decision making as well. It's just been piss poor, Jerome, and that's what's leading to this. But you know, this is a pre-warning of what's to come in the season. If you do not take your chances, you're going to drop points.
Sounds like a few people don't like Sydney FC. Limpy Down Under saying, I am also a Roar supporter. Brisbane Roar, we hate Sydney too. Sounds like they're the team that... I wouldn't be surprised the Sydney outfit is the team most people hate. Big city. Capital.
And I don't want to be biased here because I do root for Donnelly, but I do think he's been our best player second half so far.
Yeah, I would say Donnelly
got around the midfield.
I felt a bit mean by even saying all of our chances have ended up like that, but it was because it was a good example. But Donnelly...
Oh, 100%.
But Donnelly... It felt harsh because I was like, well, that's the first mistake Donnelly's made. So it's just,
yeah,
it felt like it wasn't a great example, but I do agree that.
But you know what? It does, like, this is a player, Jack, that we watch as a striker, then as a cap, and now he's playing deeper in midfield, and he's still got a great passing range on him. Shows that you know, you've got there is a good player in there.
Is it Perth? Is Perth the capital? No, it can't be Perth. That's way too far away. Sydney. It's got to be what? It's got to be Melbourne, isn't it?
Sydney Opera House. Sydney? Maybe wrong.
Canberra. Or Canberra.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
What
I
the
knew it was,
fuck?
it's something odd. I remember that from a quiz years ago, actually.
Isn't that a name of an animal or something in Australia?
No,
Isn't that the name of
don't
an
know about
animal?
that.
Isn't there like a Canberra?
Sounds like a chocolate bar to me, to be honest. Who we got on the pitch here?
I'm ashamed of myself because I'm actually quite good at geography.
Yeah, Jack prides it.
I'm
To
I'm
be fair, you
usually
actually
pretty
are.
I'm pretty good. I used to be very good at GeoGuessr. I'm actually shocked with myself. I didn't know.
Tingy and Hardy have come on.
I love that you guys are more upset with me not knowing the capital than all the chances that we've missed today. Because the chat has blown up more about me missing the capital than any of the sitters that I've watched us miss on a regular basis. I see
How
where your
dare you,
guys'
Jack?
heads are at.
They're proud people, Jack. How dare you get it wrong? They're
Yeah.
proud people.
No ball knowledge, though, in my case.
Got a super
Jerome.
chat here from Jerome. Oh, yeah, go on.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yang reminds me of a young Sun. Very fast, but end product was poor. I still remember when they came to Melbourne under Poch and Sonny was not convincing at all. I don't think we're like making any bold conclusions about Yang, but I think we can very much say he's not ready
I
right
am.
now. he's 100% not.
Well, look, do you know what? Interesting. Me and Jerome we're not usually too far away from each other in terms of thoughts. I'm going to look at Yang now, and I don't think he's going to make it. To be honest with you, I would happily cash in if someone came in with money. That's where I'm at with Yang. Personally, Jerome. Oh, Donnelly. He's got to get out of his feet. I'm dying for him to score.
Melbourne was the
I just haven't seen enough from Yang, to be brutally honest with you. Don't get me wrong. He's found himself in some good, with some good opportunities over the preseason games. But apart from that, he hasn't created for anybody. He's struggled largely to get on the ball in games. That's just my opinion, Jerome. But at the same time, he is young. He's still got a long way to go. He's come all the way over from the K-League, to try and make it in European football. It's a massive step up physically and everything else. So,
and he's been given some shitty loans, to be fair.
Exactly. So I'm not going to go too hard on the kid. Like, he was playing well at Portsmouth. We took him out of Portsmouth, sent him to Coventry, where he got no game time.
That was criminal.
Which is a bit of a mishandling of the situation. A bit criminal. You were spot on, Jack. So
we gave
maybe
him
I am being a bit harsh.
Right? Like the league leaders, like that was a shocking loan. Giving a guy to the league leaders that they're not going to have him next season, and they don't need him.
Do you think I'm being harsh on Yang, though, Jack? Are you with Jerome? Maybe just sit off him, Dave. Give him a bit of time.
I'm not making any conclusions about his future at the club, but I'm not taking him this season. I think he has to go out. I think he has to go out on loan again. I just don't. You can't miss tap-ins like he has. That being said, every single player has, but to keep that same energy, that's why I want this whole forward line gone.
Yeah.
So I am actually not. I'm not really being harsh on Yang. I'm almost keeping the same energy. I'm just not going to say sell him or anything. I'm not going to go that far because I do feel like he is very young, and I do think he has been screwed over with some of the loans. But good play here.
I'd say Nico might be with you on that thought, Jerome, about maybe being a young son. Well done, Nico Williams.
He is super fast. Like, you can tell he is quick. Big up, Jerome. And then just Nick, speaking of him, come on, Jacko, Canberra, that's where my family is, and Ribsy is somewhere probably shaking his head. That's probably true. Ribsy is shaking his head. You know, he expects better from me. Priorities, Jack. Priorities, says Chav. Yeah, probably true. Can't let me disrespect the country like that. Perth, though, I do know the fun fact about Perth that it is, I believe, it's the furthest, it's the most isolated major city in the world or something, Perth. There's no, Perth is like the most, some, whatever way to phrase it, a version of saying it is the most isolated city in the world.
Well, thank God you brought some trivia, Jack, because
I had to make up for it with these Australians. Clearly, I'm not doing great. 1 for 2. Couldn't even name that one.
Donnelly, good play, Donnelly. Get out his way. Fuck.
Melbourne was the capital from Australia from 1901 till 1927. See, that's why I made the mistake.
Why did they change it?
I knew that.
Let me know. Why did they change it?
It's an
Genuinely
honest mistake. Everyone knows Melbourne was the capital from 1901 to 1927. It's just it was slip of focus
To
and
be fair, I had
concentration
no
there.
clue.
Everyone knows
I
that.
was saying Sydney.
We still love you. Canberra.
It sounds like a cheese, actually. That's what it sounds like.
Why
A
is
good
it
cheese.
Canberra when the R is so far away? It's era.
Oh, Sydney. Oh, they still have it. Straight down to Bravka's throat. See if we can spring one here and go and win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Canberra, that sounds like one of your posh cheeses, Jack.
not my posh cheeses. I don't like
You're
posh
not into
cheese.
posh cheese?
No.
You're not into all that rotten cheese that they describe as
No,
posh?
I'm not a huge charcuterie person.
Do you know what? I
I guess
like the
charcuterie is a lot
board,
of different
but
things. It could be a lot of stuff, but I don't like
I like
really
charcuterie
smelly
board,
cheeses.
but I only like it with cheddar cheese.
I like goat cheese. I like
Oh,
a
do
few
you?
other, but I don't like smelly cheeses. Oh! That looked like Melia there.
Great play by Robertson
Robertson.
again down the line. On to Williams Barnett. Back to Robertson. Puts a lot. Just none of the strikers really gambled, did they? They were all sort of sitting there waiting for a pullback. Robertson, though, he's been lively, Jack. You know, people were worried about maybe his legs coming in here. You see, so far, it's like he seems to have the ability to get up and down.
He's got no problem running up and down A-League teams. That's a good sign. That sounded more sarcastic than I meant it to be. That's just good to know, though, because we've seen Conor Gallagher struggle against these A-League teams.
Good signs. Oh!
We're seeing some of these guys struggle against an A-League team. Yang here. Out wide to Tenali. Whips it in on the floor. Counterattack maybe for Sydney.
I'll get after that. Well done. Good pressure.
Good pressure. There you go, Melia.
Oh, so close. Ay, ay, ay. Just watching Sydney knocking around the back now. Mason Melia trying to press from behind.
Nope.
Spurs player's gone down. Lovely. Lovely. Even they're bored. The cameras don't even want to stay on any longer. I think that's your sign to go to sleep, Jack.
Could be.
Spurs play down. What's going on?
Yeah, it is a little choppy all of a sudden. It's been fine for the most part.
It's been good, to be fair.
It's cleared up now. Jerome saying, don't worry, Jack. Canberra is a dead city anyways, full of empty malls and old people. Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah, if the world is coming to
I love
an end,
old
I know where to
people.
go. Limpy Down Under's next Irish stream is Australian Facts. Probably should have done one of them before heading out there on pre-season, actually. You know, that's what we might do next year. Wherever we go, we're going to test Jack's knowledge. I'm going to do a quiz video for you guys.
Spurs play actually crashed.
Only.
Those memes never get old when it's like when more than 7 people log on to Spurs play. Because it is funny. You're like, how many people are on Spurs play on like a Tuesday during the regular season? 5 people, if any.
Oh, good turn. Good turn.
Lovely. Oh, please.
Nearly got his way. Nearly found his way all the way through there. Williams Barnett. Good play.
Sour as
No, Mikey
prey.
Moore is an interesting one. Wonder does that mean maybe he's made the decision to loan him out?
Luca has, to be fair, looked.
He's looked better. He's looked better.
He
This is
looks
what we were
just
saying
maybe
about
also
Moore.
just a bit more. He looks like more physically developed than Mikey Moore. That's just the one thing that I think has been holding Moore back a little bit. Is he just doesn't seem to be as big or as strong as Luca
Good
is,
ball. Luca,
or
please
as
play Melia.
quick.
Please
Luca is
play
also
Melia.
quick.
Please play Melia.
Or
Play
Yang.
Melia.
He
Melia's
wants
made a
that
good
goal. I
run.
mean,
He's
it's
got
the
to
end of the
feed him
game. He
there.
wants that goal himself.
He's got to play. He's got to play Melia there.
Now,
He's
look, he
made a
never had his head up.
beautiful run.
Never had his head up. Only one idea the whole time. We do have some pretty selfish players for a team that doesn't bury its chances.
He's dying for his goal, though, and you can see it every time he gets the ball. Now I think the missed chances earlier on in the half is playing on his mind. Tonali with a corner kick. Let's see what he's like floating this one in.
I didn't agree with you at first, Dave, but that kid is horrendous.
Who?
Oh! Al Ben
Two of them
said that.
flying in at the back post. Takai flying and Melia. Who said that? What comment is that?
Al Ben said that.
Oh, this kit is horrendous. Yeah. It's horrible. Honestly, wait until you see the third one. That's if it's true that it is the third one. Looks it's gorgeous. And you know me, I'm not a guy for colours, and it is purple, but it's really nice. Oh my lord.
Ref,
That's got to be.
oh my God, he's blown his whistle.
Donnelly's not even old enough for him to touch him like that.
Holy nuts, he's blown his whistle. Luca. Still Luca. Wow, he's just not making any friends playing that way, though.
Someone needs to get into the kid's head now and just start screaming at him like, pass the fucking ball.
Yeah, I just don't think you're making any friends playing that way either. You're a little too young, too, I think, to be doing. Like you're saying, maybe the occasion, try it once, but to do it again there as well. Oh, penalty. No?
Stefan, please, appreciating what Australia has to offer. Big up, Stefan.
Look, like a penalty earlier.
Over.
Is that game now?
Game.
Yeah. Well, it should not have been 1-1. It should have been, I don't know, 10-1. Really, it's just what a strange. It's the same theme. I really wish it weren't the case, but it's going to continue to be conversations about this forward line and just needing to be rejuvenated. We've seen almost every player in this Spurs team today shank a shot, scuff a shot, miss hit a shot. The only person that might have been Jamie Donnelly, like Dave pointed out, which is probably true. We already saw some pretty lackluster finishing days from the previous performances. This one probably takes the cake, I'll be honest. This one had more chances, I think, than some of the other games, and had more glaring open chances than maybe some of the other games. Maybe the MK Dons game, there were a few like wide open nets that we managed to miss. But this one, I don't know. It was pretty much every 10 minutes there was one really good opportunity that Spurs just wasted. And that's all I'll say is I don't know if really the analysis has changed all that much. If anything, it's only gotten more exaggerated, if not worse. Dave, this might have been an even worse performance in terms of finishing or lack thereof. I mean,
do you know what? Look,
would you say this was a worse performance in that regard? Like finishing?
Yeah, well, I mean, if people go back and rewatch the game, you'll see there was a whole host of chances, throughout the game. May not have been continuous, but there's been some really good chances. I think, look, Yang missed a couple. Luca Williams-Barnett missed a couple. Matisse Tell, despite scoring the free kick, missed a couple. Gallagher missed a couple. And Ben Davies with a beautiful cross by Matisse Tell couldn't get on the end and turn one home. Donnelly had maybe an opportunity, he couldn't get the ball out of his feet. Again, just look, it's been the same problem since we decided to sell Harry Kane and Son. No one in the forward line has been able to step up and produce any regular quality. But to be fair, when you look at it, they're all young lads.
Yeah.
Bar Richarlison, didn't really fashion a chance for him today, but they're all young lads. And this is what's going to happen. It's going to be raw. There's going to be wrong decisions made. But look, to maybe take a few positives, I think when you look at when Hugo Lloris declined and Fraser Forster declined, Dubravka clearly still has the agility and stuff. So if things do go wrong with Kinski, I'm not as fearful with him stepping in. You know, he's not moving like a 37-year-old, if you know what I mean. I think Matisse Tell was a huge positive today in the first half. Got on the ball, nice and direct, tried to cause problems, tried to create every opportunity. I think Donny, another good showing here today in the second half with some unbelievable passing and assuredness and deep in midfield, by the way. You know, this guy is actually a a striker turned cam now into a defensive midfielder, and he's just shown that he can play all these multiple positions. I think, look, despite Luca Williams-Barnett maybe not, he probably should have had a goal today. You know, he rattled the crossbar and stuff. But again, positive.
He's
Come
looked
on,
good.
direct, wants to make things happen. You know, I thought Tonali, a couple of nice little touches and that in there today. Robertson is a huge plus. Getting down there, putting in a couple of good crosses. You know, and I suppose what we're hoping for is when Kuda steps back in, Madison comes back in, that we do look a bit more cutthroat in the final third, that we do maybe have a little bit more end product. But again, you just walk away from yet another preseason game going, where's the forward players? We need to get 4 players in here, you know, because the reality is we had the ability to. Oh, it's gone into penalties. Reality is we had the ability to put them to bed. Penalty shootout, Jacko. The winner plays. Yeah, come on, Luca Williams-Barnett with the penalty.
Oh my lord! This kid's full of
cheeky
confidence,
boy.
isn't he? No shy of confidence in Luca Williams-Barnett.
Let's go. Sligo Spurs. Oh, do you know what? I've got an uncle and cousins that live down in Sligo. Thank you both for the watch along today. Who were the top 3 standouts? If you just give us a couple of minutes, my man, let's get this penalty shootout over and done with, and we'll definitely come back and answer this. Really appreciate it. What part of Sligo, by the way? But my family down in Sligo are all United fans, which is a piss take. Let's see how the Bravkeys that penalty shootouts here, Jack.
Yeah, Vicario wasn't great.
Ah, come on. That's cheeky from a player from Sydney, that. It's confidence.
He also looked off his line, too, Dubravka, so they would have had to have retaken it if he didn't score. That was actually a very cool penalty.
Someone tell... Come on, Sandro, please. The £100 million man, please don't let the price tag weigh on your head. Do a Luca Williams-Barnett. Just stroke it lovely into the back of the net. Spurs fans behind the goal cheering them on. There's a young Archie Gray behind them as well with the same haircut. Come on, Sandro.
Bang! Side netting as well. Classy finish.
Sandro Tonali. Who's that boss in my midfield? It's Sandro Tonali.
That's a class penalty. Side netting.
Sandro Tonali, can you hear us call your name? From the shelf side and from the park lane. We'll always adore you in lily white and blue. Oh, Sandro Tonali, we fucking love you. Ooh, ah. Come on, Dubravka. Come on, Dubravka.
Oh, nearly got there. It's actually a good penalty. Yeah. Side netting.
It's a really good penalty. Got down quick there, Dubravka, though. 2-2 so far.
He's halfway between Sligo Town and Boyle.
Boyle. Let me see where Boyle is. My family's in Sligo.
Andy I'm Robertson in between Castle Baldwin and Highwood.
I'm not a regular of Sligo.
Probably mispronouncing part of it.
Robertson.
Good penalty again. Did you see De Zerbi doing the joke of £10 for missed penalties?
Yeah, yeah. It's good. It brings a bit of competitiveness in.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, De Zerbi needs the money as well. He's already wasted the whole £8 million bonus that he got.
But you know what's hilarious? I picture the Zerby taking, like, collecting the 10 quids and then taking the wife out and looking like a boss.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be funny if he just
Or coming home with a Dior handbag or
spent it on a
something. There you
takeaway.
are, baby.
Oh, off the
Oh, he's
post.
off the post. Walking in with a Dior handbag. There you are, baby. Right, who's up next for Spurs? We just need them to put this away. He's absolutely put his foot through it and it's come off the post. The accuracy not there whatsoever. Come on, Donnelly. Come on, Donnelly. Let's get your first senior goal here for Tottenham Hotspur. Let's go, Don Bomb. Oh, Jamie Donnelly. Come on, Don Bomb. Let's go. Give me a Don Bomb-licious.
Is he going to go for the chip as well? A little Panenka?
He's got it in him, but I don't know. I think he's going to
You've already done it once. Yeah, you've already done it once.
Donny, just get it out your head. Let's get the first goal under the belt.
Oh, no. Read him well.
It's a nice height for the goalkeeper as well. That's £10 for the Zerby.
It's £10 for the Zerby. But also, it kind of looked like he dove a bit early, the goalkeeper. Kind of like he knew where he was going. I do agree. Also had height, but it looked like the goalkeeper was there before even the shot was there.
He just didn't look confident.
Listen, Emily, though, everybody, please smash the like button as we're wrapping up here.
That would be fantastic. Do we have to, correct me if I'm wrong, do we have to beat Sydney to be able to win the trophy against Chelsea on the weekend?
Someone's mentioned that.
Come on, Dubravka. Come on, Dubrav. Come on, Count Dracula.
Oh, what a save!
What a save. 37-year-old getting across the line like a spring fucking 27-year-old. Beautiful to see from Dubravka.
More penalty saves than I've seen Vicario ever make.
Honestly, Count Dubravka, what a save. Getting closer to any penalty Vicario ever tried to get near to. Who's up?
He hit that well.
Here?
It wasn't maybe perfectly accurate, but he hit it with a lot of power, to be fair.
Score this, and we're in with a chance of picking up a preseason trophy. Come on, Dane.
Oh, Dane's putting this away.
22-year-old.
Dane's putting this away.
Was once a hot prospect. Career is sort of...
He's a good finisher.
Phasing out.
He does have a good strike on him, Dane.
Dane Scarlett.
And he does. Side netting. Harry Kane style. You know it was happening.
Come on. We're on our way. We're on our way. Shameless, Dave.
Well, Sligo Spurs from earlier, Dave. Any of the three standouts that you would name, and then I'll give any different ones unless you have the same one as me.
Yeah, Sligo Spurs. We're on our way. We're on our way. No, seriously though. Standouts. I think Matisse Tal has to be in there. I think you go back and look at his first half performance. You know, nice and direct, wants to make things happen. A good goal from the free kick. Putting a really good ball from another free kick, actually, that if Archie Gray and Ben Davies didn't miss, he would come off with an assist as well. So I think Matisse Tal certainly 100% has to go in there. I wouldn't really put anyone else across the forward line in there from today, to be brutally honest with you. I think looking into midfield...
Luca Williams-Barnett would throw in there.
Luca Williams-Barnett was bright coming in. And I think what's encouraging is, you know, if we... Worst case scenario, we don't sign anyone else in the forward line. If you take one out, you bring one in. They both want to do the same thing, which is sort of encouraging, you know, because the whole idea is if you're taking off a winger, you're to bring in another winger who wants to be relentless yet again. So that's positive. I thought Donnelly was really good, despite actually missing the penalty, which he's going to be extremely disappointed about. I'm going to have to message him and just tell him to keep his head up. That ball is coming. But apart from missing the penalty, he's actually was really good in the second half in terms of getting on the ball. Some lovely switches of play, direct as well. So I'm going to put him in there. Some people say biased, but I think you look back on the second half, you'll understand that. And to be honest with you, I'm actually struggling to pick a third right now, to be brutally honest with you. I don't think there was a lot of standout or great performances outside of them, to be honest with you.
I think it's hard to pick out three real standout amazing players, Sligo, because it was probably the most wasteful of all the three performances we've seen. So it's kind of hard to be really complimentary of that, because some of the chances we saw them miss today were pretty atrocious. So it's just hard Robertson, yeah, it's not a bad shout. I would say, Sligo, like, I think the team played well, actually. They pressed really well. They forced Sydney into a lot of mistakes that we should have punished every time, but didn't. And there was some nice build-up play, like Dave's saying. Like, when we're building out from the back, eventually working our way into the final third, you see some really nice, clean stuff from Spurs. It's
Mm.
just once it gets into the final third, you then are left very frustrated because it just always peters out to some sort of mishit cross or poor decision
Yeah.
or a weak
Scuff
shot
shot.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something that's ended up like that. But I would agree. Luka Williams Barnett, Tell, wasn't really a whole lot of defending that needed to happen, so it's kind of hard to praise them. And then the
None of
midfield,
the
like Gray was all right. Wasn't anything to rave about. Tonali was definitely better, but I wouldn't
Gallagher
I wouldn't
atrocious.
slag on Gray though. So it's hard to find the third maybe. I would probably just go tell Luka Williams Barnett today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you I mean Robertson is probably the next best shout, but that's
Robertson, Donnelly,
or Donnelly. Yeah,
they're the
Donnelly better.
they're apart from that, like look, the Bravkif didn't really have a whole lot to do. Defense, not a whole lot to do. Midfield, Gray was average. Gallagher was shocking. Um, yeah, it's hard to pick three actually, to be brutally honest with you, in that regard. But really appreciate the support, my man, and thank you very much.
Bottom three,
Hopefully,
Gallagher, Bergvall, Yang. I don't know. Bergvall was okay.
he was all right.
I wouldn't throw him in the bottom three. I'd probably throw Gallagher twice in the
Yeah,
bottom three. He was really that bad at times. He was busy though, which is funny about Gallagher is that
yeah,
he gets into positions and then he just makes you want to rip his hair out as well as your own today.
but you know what though, Jack? Right, fair point. He was actually busy. But I'm sick of praising players for being busy.
I agree.
I feel like that's what I got into under Ange Postecoglou. That's what I'm getting suckered into last year. Oh, look at his work rate out of possession. Fuck me, well done. It's like, but in the modern day, that's a given. Do you know that's a necessity. That has to be a must. If you see other players work hard out of possession, like look at Spain winning the World Cup, how hard their players worked out of possession. No, there's no excuses for some of these guys to not to work out of possession. If people that are winning the very highest honors in the game are willing to do that, you should be too. I want to start being able to praise players for sitting there and making me sit back and look at them in awe because of their footballing ability, like we've done with Ginola down the years. Gaza, Hoddle, Lennons, Bales, Berbatov, Keanes, where there's some quality there. Van der
Hmm.
Vaart. With Gallagher, how many times did he get on the ball? Scuffing shots. There in the second half, he had three opportunities to play with Richarlison and looked away and played three opposite balls every opportunity he got. In possession, absolutely shocking. Nowhere near good enough. I'm just fed up with praising players for running. They're professional fucking athletes playing football. One thing I always thought growing up: if you're not willing to run, you're never going to make it.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting sucked into praising them for running. It's the bare bloody minimum I expect. I'm now looking at football intelligence, quality of in possession, because where you start praising running is when you're down in 17 trying to survive the Premier League. Where we need to start adjusting what we're looking at is because we have ambitions to be at the top half of the Premier League.
Yeah.
And that's where you need to really start analysing and judging what they're doing in possession. And
Yeah.
honestly, today is a precursor of what's to come unless we address this forward line. We can have all the chances we want. We can have all the possession we want. We're going to have problems taking them, and we're going to be caught out at the other end. This is Sydney that caught us out today, and I'm not shitting or pissing all over the Australian League. But when we're coming up against Premier League teams with more physical players, more clever players, more clinical players, it's going to become even more evident and even more of a problem.
It'd be more nervy too. Like I think also we have this relaxed feeling because we are only playing friendlies and we're playing teams that we expect to be beating. Like if this was even just Chelsea, like I think we would be a little bit more on edge about some of these missed opportunities and some of this wastefulness. I think it's only
It'll
the
be
fact that
interesting.
we've played MK Dons and Auckland that we're not that,
We got
the
Chelsea
general
next.
vibe of the chat and everything hasn't been that panicked about it. But I do think once we start playing some more serious teams, even in these friendlies, we'll start to feel like this is not, this
Well, the
can't,
weekend.
yeah, this is not sustainable.
Playing Chelsea on the weekend.
Yeah.
They will have the quality to put us to bed. And if we create chances and we don't take them, then it's going to be, all of a sudden people stop going, it's pre-season, and it's going to start magnifying. You know what I mean? So be interested
Yeah.
to see how we get on at the weekend against Chelsea. A better quality opponent. We're not going to have as much possession either against Chelsea, and that it's going to be a bit more 50-50. So, but you're hoping though as well at the same time you do see Tonali out there, Fernandez out there, Robertson out there, Madison, if we can get him out there and stuff like that. So hopefully we can put on a bit better of a display, because it's a shame really, because the lack of finishes is maybe leaving some people underwhelmed, but the performances in generally have actually been
Been
all right
fun.
in terms of possession based, and working out from the back, trying to do what De Zerbi wants us to do in that regard. It's just the clinical edge would have put a bit more gloss on it.
100%. And it's what makes it hard to analyze the performances, because the results don't match maybe some of the performance, but then
Yeah,
also, the game is about putting the ball in the back of the net, and we are very bad at that. So
very bad.
it's hard to analyze it easily, but it's been the same problem for months now. So that is maybe also what makes it,
Ribsy.
it makes it
Ribsy said
simple to
probably
explain,
use a
but it's
guy who
not
kicks
easy.
goals.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was worried about the penalty shootout at the rate we missed chances. You know what I mean? Up against Sydney. Good to
Pretty
see you,
good.
though, Ribsy. Hopefully you're keeping well. He
Some
does
good
agree. We could
penalties.
probably use a guy with scoring goals.
Some good penalties. You missed a howler from me, Ribsy, in terms of capital knowledge of Australia. Brian Dempsey, 47 months. Thank you, Brian. Saying, hey, David, Jack, I miss you guys. Just watching and work here. Can't wait to get the season back up and
Yeah.
running. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Brian. 47 months. Really, really
Mm.
appreciate it, dude. And we're all looking forward to the season return, my man. New manager, new players. Obviously, we have a lot more to be looking forward to than we might have done the last time around. It is going to be a lot better this time, Brian. But maybe the gloss, as maybe one of the words Dave used earlier, of the new signings and the hype from it all. Not that it's totally died down, but we're starting to realize there's still some huge glaring issues in the squad still. Whereas before, we were so caught up in the love of the big spending and the signings that now we're starting to maybe ask some real serious questions about, are they going to pull out that checkbook for some forwards
Yeah.
here. Big up Brian,
Right
though.
now,
Really, really appreciate the love.
right now we've sanded down the wall. We've put on the undercoat. We're just waiting for the gloss to arrive so that we can just, give it that nice finish. But Brian, good to see you, sir. Hopefully you're keeping well. Hopefully you have a nice relaxed day at work. Hopefully nothing too busy. And look, do you know what? Despite the problems in the final third, I'm not gonna let them wasters kill my optimism for this season. Because when my guy Kudus comes back in, it's gonna be a lot more electrifying.
Mm-hmm. Then we have Q7, another preseason game exposing our issues in attack. Roberto Zervi, get that whip out. Sligo Spurs saying, hopefully Roberto Zervi's giving Langa and Vinay the side eye in the tunnel. It's a very good way to put it.
You would hope so. You would hope so. Because it is taking the piss a little bit. I've gone on preseason tour without one signing in the forward line. It is taking the piss a little bit.
And like you said, even maybe for some of these fans that are now watching glorified training exercises from the youngsters, I do feel a little bit bad for a lot of our Australian and New Zealand
How much have
fans.
tickets been actually? They've hardly charged full price Premier League,
We hope
prices.
not.
No one Spurs shamelessly, they probably have, but
Yeah, they
like it'd be
probably
a
have.
joke if that. Imagine they've paid 80, 90 quid for a ticket, and then you rock up and you see all the youngsters being put out there, mixed match teams. You go mad.
Delhi, big up Delhi, saying, easy guys, 1-1. We do need some killer strikers. Are Spurs going to rely on defenders and midfielders to score goals in the Prem? We did last season.
Well, Limpy was on the other day and brought up a great point. Can't rely on them players anymore. Romero was one. He's on his way out. Papa Matasar was another. He's on his way out, if reports are led to be believed. We didn't bring back João Palhinha. He was another one. Richarlison looks like they're trying to get rid of. So we can't even rely on the rest of the team to score goals, because everyone we did have is going.
Yeah. Dark Sun G, I like Dubravka for pens. He can actually save one. Yeah, we pointed that out, Dark Sun G. I don't think, did Vicario ever make a penalty save? He didn't have
I
that
don't even
many
think he
penalty
ever got
shootouts,
close.
but I don't think he ever did, right?
Don't think he ever got close.
I don't think he ever got close. And then there were even times when we had Fraser Forster do the pens or something instead or whatever, and he was a tree hitting the ground. So Dave made a very good point. For 37 years old, doesn't look as much of a 37-year-old as other people do and other players. It's a very good point to make. But yeah, I like Dubravka. He looked good, Dark Sun G. And in possession, he's fine too. He's not as shaky as you would think for a guy that's also 37. You would think a lot of 37-year-olds would be a little bit shakier on the ball, but he hasn't been. Big up, Dark Sun G.
Big up Dark Sun G. Look, he doesn't look 37, which is plus. You know, we've had too many keepers quit on us because of old age.
J Mac
Big
saying
up
we're
on
nowhere near the first. So I'm not concerned. Come the start of the season, we'll be ready and playing better. I know what you mean, J Mac, but the first, by the way, is not the start of the season. First is you're like a couple of weeks into the season by that stage. And I think we'd like to start off the season with a couple of wins and having a striker there to put away those chances.
You're killing J Mac's optimism. He's trying to get himself psyched up for the rest of the day, not having to
I
worry about problems,
I
Jack. And
I
you're
agree
killing
that
him.
since we talk about Spurs all the time, we do have the tendency maybe sometimes to go early on things. I totally agree.
Yeah.
But I just want to remind people that I have heard that before when people are like, well, the deadline's, the 1st or the 2nd of September. It's like, yeah, but it's also match day 3 by that point too. So you could be,
Mm.
9 points clear or you could be 0 points in. And then all of a sudden the whole build up and everything goes quickly away.
Mm.
Bripsy85 saying we could probably use a bloke who can kick some goals in. Yeah, it looks like that.
Big
Davy
time.
Shire, always good to see you, Davy Shire. We are not going to be
Oh,
top
big
4
up,
with a
Davey.
couple of players. And he also says 32 months, elite member. Thank you, Davy, saying we set ourselves up every year. Good day, Cobbers. I think he's saying we
Yeah.
set ourselves up for failure, I think. That's probably what he
Well,
means.
I think from the fan base point of view, like, new season, it's like first day back at school when you're
Yeah,
younger and
yeah.
stuff. There's sort of like the excitement, the optimism and stuff like that. But a week into school and you're back to doing double maths and stuff like that. The optimism and the excitement wears off very quickly, and you're yearning back for the summer to come back around very, very quickly. And it's probably going to be the same heading into the season unless we do bring in these forward players. But I think we missed that forward market last year, to be brutally honest, when there was a lot of forward players moving around and stuff. This year, whoever we bring in is the money you pay. You don't look at it and go, well, that solves our problem. It's still going to be a big gamble in terms of who you bring in and stuff like that. So we're in a bit of a predicament, in a bit of a problem here. Um, but look, I suppose you're just hoping with Matters coming back in, Kudus coming back in, Matisse Tell off one side, you know, you're hoping that the three of them can maybe form something and get something going. But again, if you're the Zerbi, ideally you'd want these players out in pre-season so you could work with them. If you're bringing in a winger and a striker, you want to be able to work with them and get them up to speed before you start shelling points, once the games into the season start coming around.
J Mac did correct, saying I actually met the first team. Sorry about that, J Mac. Sometimes I don't like to put words in people's mouths. Sorry about
Big up,
that.
Jay.
Catch you on the next one too, J Mac. Appreciate the support. And good to see you, Davy Shire. Really good to see you, my man.
Yeah, how you
Thanks you.
keeping, Dave?
Hopefully, you've been also enjoying these games at a reasonable time, Davy.
Are you going to any, Davey, as well? Let me know.
And then Dark Sun G saying, once we have Poro back, then our forward line will start scoring.
See, this is the problem.
I don't know. Poro's there were chances, Dark Sun G. Like, that's the point. Like, there were chances. It's just up to them to put it in the net. Like Conor Gallagher. Like, the man had glaring opportunities. Poro can't kick it in for him. He has to score those. Richarlison has to. I mean, today he didn't, but in the other games he did. Like, a lot of these guys, like, I don't think it's down to a lack of creativity or anything. I think it's really just there's very few players in this team, if not any, that have a real clinical edge to their game. They're just all very wasteful.
I like I like you, Dark Sunji. I'm certainly not having a go at you, but I think this is a part of the problem when we're mentioning when Poro's back. The guy's a right back. You know what I mean? And like a lot of people end up getting frustrated with Poro last year because he was tired and some of his passes and crosses were wayward. But that screams in the problem itself. If you're getting frustrated at our right back because he's not creating, then it begs the question, what are we paying big wages for and some of the big money we've spent across the forward line? What are we paying it for if we're relying on a right back? I do take the point that I think Dark Sunji is trying to make with Poro coming in, with the better passing range, with the crossing ability.
Even more chances,
like
probably.
Fashion a few more chances and hoping with the volume of chances you fashion, you take enough to win a game. But
yeah,
we shouldn't be mentioned, wait till we get Poro back. Do you know what I mean? It's like, well, what's the left winger doing? What's the right winger doing? What's the fucking striker doing? They're the ones we need because Poro will bail you out in a few games. But your strikers and your wingers are the ones that are supposed to bail you out every game, not your right back.
William Webb, The capital of USA is New York, eh, Jack? Yeah, Boston or something, right, William? Pick up William. Tartan saying, thanks for the stream, lads. Pick up Tartan. Hopefully you enjoy
Very
the rest of
kind.
your day. Berlin, always good to see you, Berlin, PJ. And
Pick up Brian.
then we have this from Shawnee Maddox, 35 months. Sorry,
Pick up
quickly,
Maddox.
Davey Shire saying, Dave, I live 8 hours east of Perth and about
Fuck.
3,000 kilometers from Sydney, buddy.
Yeah.
Wow, you are just
There.
smack dab in the middle then, aren't you, Dave?
Probably loves it. Probably doesn't want to change. Probably wants to. Probably done it on purpose to get away from all the congestion and the noise and stuff. Big up,
8
baby.
hours east of Perth. Wow, you are.
It's a long travel.
That's Australia is
Because
so
8
much
hours,
bigger
I
than the
could
map.
travel the length of Ireland and back by then.
I feel like almost the globe doesn't even do Australia justice on how big it actually is. Big up, Davey Shire.
Big up, Shire.
And then Shawnee Maddox from earlier, 35 months. Thank you, Shawnee. Very, very generous length of support, sir, as well as being an elite member. He's saying if we don't sign any attackers, we will be in 10th. We put a Ferrari engine on a tractor.
Yep. Like, look, this is the thing. You know, we've solved the issue across the back line, brought in brilliant midfielders. Just the reason why we drew today is can't take our chances. And you could sit there and go, it's pre-season. It was the same last season, same the year before under Ange. I'm just sick of it. I'm getting bored of it. I'm getting fed up with it, actually, to be honest with you. Just give me something fresh in the forward line I can get excited about. It's why we love the beautiful game. You know, yes, everyone can like a goalkeeper, can like a fullback, a centre-back. But the majority of it, the reason why people fall in love with the beautiful game is because you've watched a really exciting player going forward. And that's why you've gone into it. It excites you. You know, I'm sick. You know, I've watched Ginola in my lifetime. I've watched Gaza. I've watched Keane, Berbatov, Defoe, Modric. You know, Dembele was awesome as well. You know, Berbatov, Lennon. I've watched some great players at Tottenham. And now I have to watch Richarlison, Solomon. Fucking hell. What's my life come to, Jack? I'm getting old. You know, once it starts reaching this point, you should just quit. I need to quit, Jack. I need to quit. I can't watch this. I've gone from Kane and Son, who gave me so much joy on a weekend.
Peaked
You know,
very hard.
It didn't matter what time you were getting out of bed. It didn't matter if it was 4:00 in the morning and they were over in fucking Australia playing a preseason game. You get out of bed, you watch them because you know they're going to produce magic. You get out excited. You don't even feel tired. Now you get out of bed, you're watching this. You're already feeling tired because you know what day is going. You know how it's going to unfold.
Yeah. Dark Sun G saying, I meant because the right back today was a youth player, or the right back is our youth players. There are a few people making that comment, Dark Sun G, that at the end of the day, there were a lot of young players on the pitch, and that if there were more first team players, maybe this would have been the 3-0, 4-0. I don't hold that personally. I think there were enough players that like Archie Gray does play games. Conor Gallagher, starting player last season. Richarlison right now is our current starting striker, whether you like to accept it or not. So I think there were more players out there that we, sadly, you know, I don't know, like Lucas Bergvall. Like everyone wants Lucas Bergvall to stay. I don't think he played poor at all. Just saying.
Did he do anything in possession though?
What I mean is that there's, a lot of people are pointing out, oh, it wasn't a very strong outfit. And it's like, yeah, it wasn't technically like the best 11, but to say that the guys out there today don't get minutes over like a lot of the starting players tonight are going to get about 1,000 minutes or more this season. So these are guys that you end up relying on at some point in time. And a lot of them did not look great.
Yeah.
So I think that's the point, RXNG. That being said, a lot of people have shared your opinion. And as I mentioned and forewarned earlier, sometimes Dave and I go a little bit early on things. It's just that's
but the thing is, Ty Hall filling in at right back isn't the issue. He was no issue today. Even in possession, he wasn't a problem. The problem was in the final third. We shouldn't be looking at our right back going, you're going to solve our problems. If we are, that's your problem. That is your big problem. Ty Hall was not the issue at right back today. The issue was Richarlison, shit. The issue was Solomon didn't do enough today. You know, even when Luca Williams-Barnett came on, no accuracy in terms of the shooting. That's your problem. Not Ty Hall filling in at right. Not Ty Hall filling in at right back. Not an issue.
Davey
I do get the point. I do get the point. It's just we've got to start putting more pressure on the club to do the right thing rather than blame the right back.
Davy Shire lives amongst the best beaches in the world. Love that, Davy Shire.
Lucky boy. Lucky
Berlin
boy.
PJ, thank you for the kind comment. Someone said 100% Dave. And then Sean bringing up a good comment saying the real problem is that Luka Williams-Barnett looks the most threatening of our whole forward line today.
Yeah.
And then Tyler also brought up a good
Yeah,
comment.
Matisse Tell. People forget about Matisse Tell because it was the first half and it's sort of gone out of the mind. But he was good today, Matisse.
To Matisse's credit, Tyler also said it's concerning that the only goal that went in was a worldy free kick. He mentioned that,
It was the same
a long
against
time.
MK Dons.
That's also damning right. The only goal that actually went in for Spurs of all the chances that you can think of that we've had today, the one that went in was a free kick from 30 yards out.
MK Dons was a spectacular volley from Fernandez.
Fernandez, yeah. Yeah. Of all the chances against MK Dons, the only one that went in was a worldie from a player. It's a fair point. Ribsy85, 59 months. Thank you, Ribsy. He's saying you should be able to pick the lineup out of a bingo ball machine and beat Sydney FC over 90 minutes.
Yep.
Find me a striker, please. Come on, you Spurs.
Yep. Absolutely spot on. The thing is, like, we could sit here and worry about the lineup. The reality is, we created more than enough chances to win that game today with the lineup and the changes at halftime and stuff like that. So I agree with Ribsy.
It's on those
really
players to put the ball in the net.
Yeah.
Like Conor
Yeah,
Gallagher has to put that ball in the net. Majority of those times.
Gallagher's had 2 or 3 good opportunities, plus 3 opportunities to pick the right pass, which he failed to do.
That too.
Matisse Tell, despite scoring the free kick, had 2 other really good opportunities with 4 strikes at goals. Ben Davies and Archie Gray missed a zinger of a free kick coming across the box. Robertson laid on 2 chances when he came in. Williams-Barnett had about 4 or 5 pops at goal. Kieran Menton had 2 really good chances and was poor. Donnelly had a chance near the end of the game, couldn't sort his feet out. And let alone other players that have been in the position to play the right pass and fail. Yang had 2 or 3 chances. Yang had 2 or 3 chances I forgot about. So we've created more than enough chances. We just can't put the ball in the back of the net.
Yang once again had 2 open nets, if not 3. Yeah. It's on these guys. They just got to put it in the back of the net at the end of the day. But it is the striker. The striker 100% helps the problem a lot.
You wouldn't finish their dinner.
Thank you, Ribsy, by the way. 60 months.
Big up,
crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. 5 years. Thank you so much, Ribsy.
Hopefully you've got him in all the gear, Ribsy.
But I think we'll leave it there, everybody. Unless there are any more comments or anything that you need us to analyze or digress. I don't think it's really that much of a different issue than some of the other games. If not, it's been more exacerbated or highlighted today. The issue with the forward line and the lack of clinical edge. Of course, some people are less panicked about it than others. That's totally fine. But
those who
we
are
give our opinions on it.
Very panicked quickly into the season, though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we've been here before where we're a little bit relaxed, and then come match week 1, then all of a sudden we have panic stations. But we'll see you all very, very soon, everybody. Next game is against Chelsea. We've earned the right to play them. On to the next round. And we'll see you next time, everybody.
With the Irish boys.
But as always, come on, you Spurs, and see you next time, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.
Have a good day.